Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999, and in today's part I think we're gonna wrap up the main event portion of the story for the original Uluru games before we head into the two character stories that are left here in the menu, and then we're gonna slowly move on to the new ones. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this is gonna end, because so far the story has been very goofy. The characters are very funny on top of it. The accents are amazing. Despite, from what I've seen in the comments of the previous episode, not all of the VAs... Well, apparently one VA is Australian, the rest of them are doing accents, which is very funny. But I would say they're doing a good job. Like, I have no, ear for... an Australian accent, of course, but I would say some of them sound pretty much what I'm used to hearing from TV and stuff when it comes to an Australian accent. But yeah, I saw you guys bring up quite a lot of interesting facts in the previous part, and one such comment that brought up something very interesting that I kind of filed off as, oh, I think this might just be an in-universe thing, maybe, so I kind of didn't even look it up, even though for a split second I was thinking about looking it up. But XG417 said, "I love this event. This was my second most favorite event at the time, the first being more punk, up until both got blown away by 1.8's event. It's a fun event, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did." So far, I'm enjoying it. All I can say is that. Anyway, I think this event would be easy for you to pinpoint where in the timeline it would fall, considering it's given you enough clues just in these early parts. Fascinating how early on Reverse had events that would take place sometime into the future, at least relative to the main chapters that were released at the time. One of the favorite things I like to bring up about this event is how Blue Epoch could just research the most obscure historical stuff and just make something out of it, like the case of Dorothy Eddy. That was mentioned by Ezra, and that was the part where I was like, okay, I think this is a in-universe thing, but anyway, you say, she really did exist in real life and is a compelling evidence of reincarnation due to how indisputable her knowledge was on ancient Egypt, thanks to her past memories. As the priestess, and I am not sure how this is properly pronounced, but Bentreshit? I don't know, just guessing. Anyway, she knew places that archaeologists didn't even know existed and described them in such vivid detail that only a person who's lived in that period would know. She ended up living the rest of her life in Egypt, living near the ruins of the temple she believed to have served in her previous life, and was a well-respected figure among Egyptologists. Bert. I just love bringing this up because of how in awe I was of Blue Epoch's creativity and depth of research back when I played this event for the first time. I mean, I already know they always do their homework, as was proven by the first 4 events, but still. I found it hilarious how the maintenance had to cut you off like that, Lemao. That was a thing. But yeah, like I just said, the name Dorothy Eddy didn't really mean much to me because, number one, my memory for names is on the same level, I would say, as... I know it's not the best way to describe it, but it's on the same level as a colorblind person trying to describe and remember colors. Let's put it that way. It can be bad, but it can also be good at times. But yeah, anyway. When I read through a comment and saw the reincarnation thing, and this woman essentially describing her role back in like her previous life and stuff like that, I did hear that story before. I think I heard that story before on some German science thing that they had going on. Many German TV channels, especially the satellite ones, had like sciencey shows and knowledge shows and stuff like that, and I used to watch a lot of them back when, and I think I heard that story mentioned there before in one of the many episodes that I watched of a lot of those shows. So it kind of rang a lot of bells when I read through your comment about that. But yeah, anyway, XG, thank you very much for pointing that out. As for the rest, I did see you guys bring up that the Reveries in the Rain, this little thing here, is apparently no story, just literally get materials for the characters to promote their what's it called? I can't remember anymore. The new thing they added, essentially. And I saw that, I looked into that already, but I haven't done it yet, but I'll get to it. I'm probably still gonna record it when I get to it, like just passing through it for the first time. I'll see if it's worth to put in like a scissor reel or something, if there's any kind of interesting, I don't know, interesting fight in there or something. I'll see. I'll record it just in case and leave it at that. If it's interesting, I'll include it in one of the episodes. But yeah, thank you very much for pointing that out. Thank you also for anybody who said that the new Uluru story, the new Uluru games that are like the London version, are both have no spoilers for the main story chapter 8 stuff. So cool. Definitely gonna be jumping into that once we are done with this one. And one anecdote in between. And speaking of anecdotes, I saw you guys bring up that it might be a good idea to do the anecdote for... Hold on, where is he? Here. That it might be a good idea to do the anecdote for Oliver Fogg, because apparently Oliver's family is somehow connected to the current new Uluru story that is currently live. So we'll see. I'm definitely considering it very heavily if that is a case, that his family is somehow involved into all of that, and especially if his anecdote on top of it is quite a lot about his family as well, and not just about him or whatever he's going through. That would be cool. That would be cool to have like extra knowledge on that and the characters that are involved in this whole thing. So definitely considering to do that before jumping into the new Uluru story. Another very interesting thing that I saw is both are about the cast for this whole story. One was about that apparently because of all the Aboriginal styling and stuff that they used for this. The event was a tiny bit controversial, apparently, because obviously the cast is the most widest cast possible. But everything else, representation-wise, is fine. But that will always happen. I'm just gonna presume that came from Twitter and got probably a bit blown out of proportion, but it's whatever. Look, it's a story. It's nice when people put in a lot, like a dev puts in a lot of time to do the proper representation for a region and stuff like that. But you know, there's always gonna be a tiny little stinker in there, here and there. But it shouldn't bother too much. At the end of the day, that is. But still, it's very funny. It's very funny to hear about that kind of stuff. The other one was about the VAs, as I mentioned at the beginning. At the beginning when we started today. Apparently Desert Flannel is the only Australian VA for this cast, and everybody else is doing accents essentially, not you, Ulu. Apparently Ezra's accent is a Kiwi accent, and Spatfodia is pretty much just doing like a TV style Australian accent. I find it just funny. And I kind of noticed it in the last episode, but I didn't say anything because in my head, probably because of my own experiences with languages, I just kind of shoved it to the side of, well, Ulu is someone who's been around for a long time. I guess you can train an accent away in that kind of way. I mean, I know I brought this up in the past, but I am Croatian. I should sound very Slavic. I'm not really sounding very Slavic. from what I'm aware, and from when I'm re-listening to my voice on these recordings, I'm not really sounding Slavic in any shape or form. There's maybe tiny minute details of Croatian coming through there, but from what a friend of mine described a couple of years ago at this point, my accent is apparently like a heavy mix between the American and the UK British accent. for English, that is. With probably a tinge of German still coming through from time to time, but yeah, I don't know. For me personally, the way I went about English is pretty much the same way I went about German, because the way I learned German is I lived there as a kid when I barely spoke the language, and no one was teaching it to me. I was just listening to TV and people talking, and after a while I just spoke it, like normally. And back when I came back to Croatia, went to school, yada yada, took some years before we started having a second language option, because we started with German from the early years, but later on we got English, because that was just how the school system was still in place. But when it came to learning English, it was pretty much this. I approached it with the same principle without even really thinking about it, and that was listen and repeat as close as possible to what you heard. Like mimic. Basically mimic it as close as possible, say stuff out loud, and get practice in. Obviously that didn't really, train me to properly talk like right now, as I'm doing, but it did really start to integrate itself, as in say the words properly, say them clearly, make yourself clearly heard, so that when you say something, even if you stumble a word, the person who is listening to you can understand, or at least puzzle together what you're trying to say. But yeah, the rest was pretty much just, I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. I found a couple of friends who were both English, Dutch, and so on and so forth. We all spoke English, and it was a bit touch and go at the beginning until a couple of probably weeks and months into playing with them, until it started naturally flowing out of me, instead of saying 3 words and then pausing and thinking for a moment, wait, is that the proper one? But yeah, it just helps if you use a language a shit ton, especially when you use it with people who are of different places and stuff like that. The accent just melts away quite a lot. Quite a lot goes away, and I'm not even gonna. I don't think I even have to acknowledge the whole fact of for the past 3 years doing YouTube stuff and doing a voiceover with both narration and voice acting for the full Arcanist stories. that melted it even more away, I would say. But anyway, sorry for the long rant. Let's continue with our story here. So, last time, a bunch of people came out of the suitcase apparently, and like I noted down last time, we see the bunny that is actually a bear. And I guess this is Regulus. So let's. Oh god, this is gonna be something. 000. Fortunately, we're a couple of expert firefighters. Oh god. Oh no. Why is there a fire? Why is there a fire in the middle of the desert? How do you put sand on fire? How much heat?
Doing great! Faster! Higher!
Speaking of Ulu, a grandma can be crazy about sports too. Yep. What is happening right now? Game. Why are you connecting? We talked about this. There shouldn't be maintenance today. Uh-huh. This is funny. Okay. We are continuing. I should really not start recording these parts around the time when the server resets. Anyway. Our grandma can be crazy about sports too. Give her time, and she will burn like the sun.
Yes! Ulu! You are exactly the Ulu I knew in my memory. Fire race walking. Operate 400 meters. Branch bolt and Melinji's harvest. They've brought back so many old games. Oh, I have to go. The bunny arm wrestling is about to start.
The bunny arm wrestling? Games after games, ideas after ideas. Both active and inactive Arcanists find their own happiness on this field.
Wow. The people are having a good time here. They are sweaty, but also delighted. I've never seen anything like this in Laplace.
Once again, Ezra looks up at the shabby rooftop.
As Miss Ulu said, this excitement comes from the stadium itself. Is this a recovery arcane skill that works on Arcanists? Or a kind of cheering potion?
No, I don't think so. It just smells familiar.
Huh. It smells familiar here?
Yes, right. Totally agree with you.
How are you doing, Regulus? How's the heat treating you?
It smells like the weird cave on that island.
Is she drunk? What is happening? Also, that is interesting. It smells like the cave on the island, so there's a certain presence here? Okay.
Oh, I smell beef with tomato and mixed grilling sauce. It must be my tomato steak flavored potato crisp. This is great fun.
Alright.
I didn't touch a drop, but feeling dizzy.
Watch out, Regulus. You're falling down.
What? Supported by a pair of friendly arms, the rockin' pirate softly jumps like a log. Wait, what? Softly jumps like a long, thin jelly.
Oh, are you saying that a sports game can narcotize people too? I think Mr. Apple knows it better than me. Let me check where he is.
Is this area like catnip to the Arcanists? Despite her weakness, the pirate's excitement is not dampened. She's in a jelly mood to explore. A jelly?
I see him! I see a red ball! Oh, that must be Mr. Apple! But he seems rounder and bigger.
Did she just grab what I think she grabbed? While Vertin is trying to keep a drunk Regulus balance, the game on the other side of the stadium has come to an end. Spathalia wipes the sweat off her forehead with rosy cheeks and eyes sparkling. Did she just in a drunken stupor grab Vertin's boob?
Time's up, and the victory goes to Miss Desert Flannel.
Holy shit.
Ha! I told ya! No one beats me at arm wrestling! I lost. You were so strong! The strongest I have ever...
Oh? Spathalia bounces up like a spring and immediately slumps down. Uh-oh.
Spathalia!
Uh-oh.
You alright? Hey! Wake up! Go! Get me the wet towel!
Was this a bit too much? Folding the towel and putting it on that rosy girl's forehead has become a routine to Desert Flannel. After finishing this, she fans her with her own jacket.
Her temperature is a bit lower than just now, but her condition is quite stable. I guess it's not a reincarnator reaction, but something else.
I forgot that this thing is here. Hi.
Is she alright? She feels hot, but not as hot as the horseshoe made of pure gold.
I'm positive that she was once a lot hotter than your little hooves are right now. She was a walking fire that burned fiercely, the forest-destroying kind.
The wooden horse whines in panic and rolls backward on its squeaky metal wheels.
Please don't panic. I've not observed any signs of a flame in her eyes or mouth. She's not ablaze again. Miss Desert Flannel, did she have any abnormalities before she passed out?
Abnormalities? Some, I think. She waddled as if she was pissed and talked so loudly that anyone could tell she wasn't in a clear mind.
So she was also in like a drunken stupor. I wonder if the energy of this area is just making them exert as much energy as possible and it's absorbing it back. If that's the like ritual of this place. The Arcanists are just using as much of their natural energy as possible. The area is absorbing it back and it leaves them a bit like a half-cooked noodle on the ground. I don't know.
Drunk. Clouding of consciousness. No, Regulus!
Mm-hmm. She was also very affected by this. But interesting, not everybody.
You look like an apple-coloured giant rock, Mr. Apple. You're so big, and our ship is so small. I'm feeling so good! It inspired!
Or is Ulu the one who is absorbing all of that? Standing next to a tremendous ball of fire, the Rock Pirate has never felt this small before.
Huh? Seems your change of size changes your voice as well. But since you get this huge, we can strike those old fogies in London like a meteor. On top of the world, there will be our flag of rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Come to me! I require the biggest hug!
That's a bad idea. But it's not a good idea to have any hugs with fire.
Regulus!
Ow!
It's hot! It's burning my hands!
Yes, it's fire. Because they are scorching, unstable, and fiery.
Go beyond your limits! Your sweat is the best eulogy for the Red Land!
Oh boy.
That's Miss Uli.
Huh?
She's out of control. Is this also a result of the stadium's power?
Oh my! Miss Regulus, be careful!
The fireball grows bigger and bigger. Bunny runs to Regulus and grabs her sleeve.
Oh, I'm so tired. Let me take a nap.
Regulus? Regulus! Oh dear, don't pass out now! I'm getting you out of here. Just a sec.
She's out like a light.
Another one has passed out. If we let it go on like this, every Arcanist here would... Miss Vertin, we have to leave at once.
But Miss Bathodea has passed out too. Who can open that door?
Bunny, take everyone back to the suitcase. Don't let anyone out before I open it again.
All right.
That's a good
got
idea.
it. Oops, I got tripped by... Huh? Mr. Apple, why are you sleeping in the grass?
Oh shit. It was already out.
That is on it!
With Click on his back and Apple in his mouth, Darly Clatter pushes La Source into the suitcase and jumps inside after her. Clank! The suitcase closes, blocking the fire from a full room of Arcanists.
Oh, the fun of sports! I am burning like I did 1,000 years ago!
You okay there?
Let's dance, hand in hand, for the respectable sunshine and rain!
Uh-huh. Fire is always scorching, not to mention the Uluru flame, which has been burning for 1,000 years. She emits her heat like she did as a newborn baby. Smoke coming billowing from the soil, even the beast bones inside eventually burn.
This is too dangerous. She may start a fire.
We have to put her out for now.
Get the bucket! Ezra turns to Vertin. They both remember what happened that night at the park.
The good news is, we are already a skilled fire brigade.
Bring the kangaroos! What the hell? Alright, yeah, this is a boss battle. Yep, okay. Flickering flame. A small spark following the Uluru flame. This seemingly harmless little spark reminds people of one of those toy gun lighters children love to play with. Huh. Try dealing with the searing pain of 2000 Celsius and you'll know the true meaning of playing with fire. 2000 Celsius? Damn. That is a hot fire. Giant Ulu. Amidst a wave of high spirits, Ulu grows to a phenomenal size. Athletes these days have no concept of this grand occasion. The last time she grew this big, she was sitting proud atop the high platform of the colorful lizard totem, watching the worshippers below striking stones and making fire. The good old days. Celebrating fire, dancing flames. Okay. Well.
Program activated.
Oh, it is a four cell team battle. Okay. Well, this is in the middle of the event. I think she's gonna melt away regardless. So let's do that.
Understood.
Loading.
Do have a little faith in me, Master. This'll help. Stay back, I say!
Oh yeah.
Flee, mortals!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master.
Uh-huh.
Do, 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 do.
Cute. Totally didn't just remind me of Miyushi from a certain story, a certain time manipulative story. Anyway. Revival Journey, Ezra Part 2. A list of spray products. List of accompanying sprays. Emerald Tranquility Spray. Formula. Add a small amount of rough Cocklebur extract? That's a thing. Cocklebur extract and maiden hair fern powder to a chanterelle base? Probably saying it wrong. The soluble green pigment in the rough Cocklebur's fruiting body gives the spray a bright green appearance, and its smell also helps to mask the slightly bitter taste of the maidenhair fern powder. Application. Clinical use should pay attention to dosage control, as high doses may lead to excessive sedation, confusion, and sleep disorders such as drowsiness. The spray is also often used in specific spiritual rituals to achieve the purpose of deep meditation and relaxation. Being highly compatible, the addition of other nutrients can be considered according to the circumstances of usage and the patient's metabolic level to enrich its functional effects. Umbrella Jelly Fungus Diagnostic Spray. Formula. The spores of umbrella jelly fungus are used as the main raw material. A suitable amount of lavender essence is also added to the formula. The fruiting body of umbrella jelly fungus contains fluorescein, while the aroma of lavender can soothe the patient's stress. Application. The spray forms a layer of biofilm on the cotton filter, which generates a color reaction with the patient's exhalations. After chromatographic analysis, the patient's physical condition can be preliminarily identified, providing benchmark data for subsequent diagnosis, treatment, and observation. Commonly used in children, pregnant women, and patients with limited mobility due to trauma. Kangaroo Foam number 3 Fire Extinguisher. Usage method. Open the safety valve, align with the source of the fire, and press to spray. Foam will quickly form a mob of kangaroos to isolate the oxygen and extinguish the fire. Composition. Each foam kangaroo is milky white in color and composed of small bubbles. Each charming kangaroo structure constitutes a complete bubble membrane. the foam kangaroo targets a fixed point at the flame's edge, thus making it suitable for indoor fires and complex building structures. Iterations. The Kangaroo Foam No. 3 fire extinguisher is a standard public safety implement of the Australian branch of Laplace. The Kangaroo Foam No. 3 fire extinguisher demonstrates major strides in innovation with regard to the appearance of its foam kangaroos, to avoid any risk of copyright infringement on the previous version. Compared to the previous version 1 and 2, there is no significant difference in functionality. Alright. Let's see. The Superman. Uh-huh. I just noticed the suitcase. The light of reason shall one day shine upon the earth. The light of reason? The Superman. Inside the suitcase.
Desert Flannel's dizziness is in remission. She's already well enough to deal with her business on the fax machine. Will it do harm to her physical condition?
Miss Desert Flannel is only experiencing a very mild reaction. She can move around freely and it is recommended for her to do so. Miss Bathadia, on the contrary...
She's not even awake.
Damn.
No. But her body temperature and her arcanum level are getting stable now. She should wake up any minute.
Is it because she took part in too many events in the stadium?
That's right. She has to stay in bed for the next 3 days.
I wonder if originally, like, there's supposed to be, like, way more Arcanists present, and whatever is happening there, like, exhausting themselves and potentially their energy getting siphoned by something or whatever. It's a bit more spread out because there's more people, so the effects are not as drastic, because this seems very drastic. And it feels like there should be like reports then from past Uluru games if participants have experienced the same thing and even, you know, collapsed.
As well as Ms. Regulus and Mr. Apple. I have asked Miss Bunny to send them the medicine. If everything went well, they should have woken up by now.
Dr. Ezra, I'm back.
The bunny girl pops out from between the crack in the door.
Both Mr. Apple and Miss Regulus are awake now, so I gave them some medicine. But Miss Ulu is still in a coma.
But, okay, Ulu's in a coma.
Don't worry. Miss Ulu is different to the other unconscious Arcanists. She was weakened by the long sleep, while the other Arcanists lost consciousness because of external factors. Look, this is their physiological data in the last 3 hours. Many Arcanists have told us that their physical abilities were improved as they entered the stadium. They felt they were in a refreshed state, like they had a good sleep or rested properly. But after they competed in 4 to 6 different games, or the average sporting time exceeded 3.5 hours, they would feel dizzy, as if they had consumed too much alcohol.
And these symptoms were relieved soon after they left the stadium.
Ah, you mean people are in oblivion because of that stadium?
Yep.
If that place is so dangerous, is it possible to hold the games again?
I think this is why in the past, athletes were only allowed to compete in 3 different sports. As long as we stick with the same rule, the safety of our athletes shouldn't be problematic.
Kind of what I was speculating on just earlier. It was a bit more spread out because there were more people and better regulations.
Oh, I got it. So this place is just as safe as the club I work in. As long as we ain't breaking the rules, nothing will happen.
Uh-huh.
Like how the bodyguards and I take care of our club, the rule and special medicine made by Miss Ezra will protect the Uluru Stadium.
Vertin laughing and giggling is something else in this story.
Miss?
Oh? What's wrong, Miss Ezra?
Oh, it didn't even hit me. Hold on. Did she? That's why she giggled. It didn't even hit me. I completely forgot they are mistaking Ezra for a girl. Oh my god. Oh my god, this reminds me. There was a great comment on a previous episode. What was it again? I'm probably gonna paraphrase it a tiny bit. If you are... I think the comment went like, if you are mistaking Ezra for a girl, you're a true man. So, something like that. I saw that, I lost my shit. I was like, yep. Bringing back the good old Stolfo times. Anyway, where did you say it? Blah, blah, blah. Where did you say Miss... Oh yeah, here. The rule of special bet is made by Miss Ezra. And then that adorable laugh. Uh-oh.
Miss Bunny? But you see, I'm not a miss.
Huh?
Oh no. Bunny slowly tilts her head.
You were funny, Miss Ezra. Please stop teasing me. What else can you be except a lady? A gentleman?
Yes?
Ezra is indeed a he.
Ah.
That's slow. Huh? The bunny girl's voice starts to sound hesitant.
A he?
Oh my god, were you also... Wait, did she also call Ezra a she? I don't remember. Because she always used a name.
Ah, Miss Spathadia, you're awake. Here, take this water and the nutrition supplement capsule.
No! No!
Spathadia, hands trembling, pushes away the pills and water.
You're a boy? When did you turn into a boy?
On birth?
Yes, I'm a boy. I was a boy when I was born, and I have been that way since.
What? Wait. What? Why did you lie to me? Why did you
But
say
he
you were...
didn't.
Wait,
No?
you never said you were a girl.
Yep, that was just you mistaking. I do love this. How Ezra is obviously not for real being like quite a tiny bit racist towards Arcanists, but talking from a science standpoint, not from an actual malicious standpoint. But that whole thing is coming flying back at Ezra's face because everybody mistakes him for a girl at the same time.
Wait, Miss Spathadia, please don't grab me so tightly.
Oh god, flannel.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
What happened?
Well, they're discovering things, and maybe we should stop the kids before they discover too much. Also, I think you need to be introduced to the whole concept of he and she right now.
Our little Spathadia looks completely absent-minded, arms around her knees, and Missy Ezra here is holding her forehead and looks overwhelmed?
Oh, you're gonna be in the same position in a sec.
Jeez. He is not a missy. He's a buddy.
Buddy, Ezra? So what? Boy or girl, is that such a big deal?
Okay, she's fine. Desert Flannel waves the papers around and puts them on the table in front of Spathadia.
Nothing is more important than this.
Dear Miss Vertin, I am glad to hear from you.
Hmm?
No, not that one. That's for Vertin. From some guy called Slouch Hat.
Slouch Hat? Huh? That's a name I've never heard before. She fishes out a page out of the pile in Spathadia's hand and throws it to Vertin.
Oh, thank you. He's my contact in Australia.
Ah, okay.
We've been writing letters these days.
So, what am I supposed to look at then? This one? Large-scale event application form. Alice Springs government. This is that thing!
That thing?
Yes! We just need to go to the city hall, fill in the form, and submit it. Then we're ready to have our Uluru Games.
What are we waiting for then? Let's hit the road!
Okay. She throws back the covers and leaps out of the bed.
No, Miss Bathadia, you haven't fully recovered. You need to rest.
I'm not feeling that bad. Actually, I'm feeling really good. That's right, really good.
The little girl grips the arm of her doctor and gives him a rough shake.
The city hall's not like a no man's land. We're just going there to fill in some forms. They won't hurt me, okay? Okay?
No. This time is different.
The doctor tries to stay solid as a rock amidst the storm of shaking.
This is not like what happened before, Miss Bathadia. I'm your doctor, and I'm responsible for your health. I can't let you leave my sight.
Your sight. Your sight. Got it!
You're coming with. You had to word it that way. Spathalia stopped shaking, but began pulling hard instead.
You can come with me. Come on. Time waits for no man. Our summer games are about to start. Wait, what?
The kids disappear at the end of the hallway, their yells and shouts lingering a little longer.
Whoa! Miss Bathadia is surely a good runner. Even faster than the potion-drunk Miss Sotheby.
Okay, since the doctor and the patient are both happy, I, the event assistant producer, am also hitting the road.
You're excited because you could probably earn a lot of money with this, aren't you?
Wait for our good news.
Good lord. Nope. Alice Springs City Government.
What are these? And this? Look, I know English, but I don't understand any of the things written here.
Welcome to... Welcome to paperwork.
What is Northern Territory Event Security Law? Oh, and what is Type 3 Field Safety Certification?
Well, those are things that the Fire Festival completely ignored.
I think I'll just go with C here for event types. That's what looks closest to the Uluru Games, since they're both two-word phrases.
Maybe let's just go with that one. I always go with C when I have no idea what I'm reading.
Yes, that's how you fill out paperwork for the government. A, B, C, or D, C. Desert Flannel buries her head in her hands, wailing, while Spathalia keeps biting her pencil.
Mass event application, fire escape plan. Miss Bathadia, does the stadium have a fire escape?
No?
Not in Flammy's memory.
I was right.
Let me check Spathadia's.
What?
I have no idea at all. The sports are all that I care about.
She's going through memories like through a file folder at this point. Flammy memory? No. Spathadia memory? No.
Well, I'm just gonna write down an unknown here.
I love that she is the brains behind this now. And those are some big brains. Anyway.
You...
Yes, Ezra?
How are you, my grumpy little friend? Finally made up your mind to help?
Grumpy. Ezra opens and shuts his mouth, shaking his head roughly. At ease as he seems, deep down he is like a cat on hot bricks.
No. I have no desire to help a patient who doesn't care about her own health. You are on your own.
Damn, Ezra be pouty.
City Government Service Center, District B, Window 13 at your service. Thanks for your waiting. Your form will be examined...
Uh-huh.
Oh, great. She stopped. What happened?
Oh no.
It's not a good look. I've seen that look on Miss Judy's face. She's my math teacher. Whenever she puts on that face.
You fucked up.
Yes?
It means none of your answers are correct.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Failure. A sheet of paper stained with ink is returned, and its owners talk to each other, walking away from the service window.
Told you we can't fill who knows in the form.
Who knows you can't write that?
Please take this one.
Yes, Miss Desert. I'm sorry. And you are...
Hello. I am Spathadia, the director of the event.
The director and the mascot of the event.
This counter is way too high. Shuttleblood Desert Flannel. Talk to you. But she's feeling sick after reading the form.
Can someone give the little munchkin a box?
So, I have to do it instead.
I will prepare a stool for you. Please stop jumping.
Bless this woman. Another failure. Her form failed, that is true, but at least she gets a stool to step onto. The camera lifted.
I'd have to jump up again and again.
The camera lifted up.
Here's the form we revised. Please check it.
All right. You've submitted the Arcanist Gathering Registration Form, the Mass Events Application Form, and the Desert Areas Gathering Application Form. Your application will be in the approval process very soon.
Gosh, yes! I'd go crazy if I had to fill them in again. I've never experienced such pain. We cried on each other's shoulders several times.
That does sound like handling paperwork for the government.
Same for me.
Ma'am, you're working there.
I'm sorry?
It's nothing. But please take a look here at the second half of the sports game process and events application form. Most of the events of your application have been confirmed, not approved. If you want to add them to the Uluru Games, an independent application for each event's security permissions is required.
How can I get the permission then?
Forms. More forms. Indigestible forms. This is starting to remind me of that one, God, is it also called, I think it's also called Asterix and Obelix, pardon. In English, I think. But yeah, reminds me of one of their old movies, or I think it was one of the old movies, where they keep running from top to bottom in a government building and filling out forms from one office floor to the other one. That shit was hilarious.
You need to fill in these forms and take live photos for the events you want to apply for.
What a miserable piece of news.
Excuse me? Please, give me the forms.
Are you not jumping? Another tiny figure jumps up from under the couch. Get another stool!
I'll take care of them. Let the girls leave and rest. Ezra!
All the miserable tears suddenly change into tears of joy. She gives him a bear hug. Aww.
Gosh, that's so kind of you. You are the kindest person of all the kind people I know. Thank you, Ezra.
Uh-huh.
I can't promise I'll stay in bed for the next 3 days, but I'll take the medicine in time. No hesitation.
That's nice.
No worries, Spathadia. I've also learned something today.
Oh god, what did you learn? The little researcher helplessly smiles, his face pale.
That is... It pains me more to see people suffer than to endure my own suffering. I'd prefer to give them a hand.
Aww.
Please, leave the paperwork to me. I can jump to reach the counter.
Stool. Take another stool over there.
Yes. Jumping for too long would cause irreversible damage to my meniscus. Thank you so much.
Behind the glass, the exhausted receptionist finally shows a smile of relief. You know, I can imagine that woman's daily government work has to be some kind of pain.
The and Flammy woke me up when I was still a small flame a millennia ago. They made me fanatic and crazy.
and just seeing these three goofballs probably lifted her spirits for a day. Probably interacting with them probably made her day. Anyway, okay. They made me fanatic and crazy.
How amazing, my young friend. I'm just like the present me when I talk to you.
What do you mean, the present me?
An old flame that has been burning for over 1,000 years. You are smart, and your ideas are fun. I've been paying attention to you when I was still a small flame. Looks like you have a lot of expectations for the Uluru Games.
Huh.
Sometimes it feels like you care about the games even more than Flammy does.
Huh, interesting.
I do have hopes for it. My wish to revive the games is stronger than Ezra's, and my expectations for it are higher than Spathadia's. After all, we're in a different age now, which means we can achieve much more than a sports game.
Huh.
But to be honest, I'm impressed by Miss Spathadia's energy and passion for all these. She's... Huh? Who are those people by her side?
The little girl excitedly walks on the sand, her hands waving in the air and pointing each part of the space for their usages. Behind her, an engineering team follows.
From here to here. I want to build a neat entrance here. I also need a kiosk and a fridge with drinks.
Okay. Our engineer will bring you the suitable sample materials before tomorrow at 5 p.m. You can make a choice then. And you'll see the architectural drawing tomorrow morning.
Spathadia? Who are they?
They are engineers from Laplace. Our buildings don't meet the government's requirements, so we have to repair them. Ezra called them from Alice Springs, and Laplace seems very supportive. They took the fastest ride and got here in less than an hour. Repair? Will they change the internal structure of this stadium? Of course not. There's no way I'd let them do that. The Uluru Stadium is not a creation of Arcanists, but a gift from great nature and its noble spirit. All we'll do inside is sweat and let our spirits burn.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
I think I just heard something.
Random critters?
I heard it too. It's,
Ah, the bunyips.
The bunyips. And those thorny devils. They must have snuck out from the stadium. Darn those tabloids. We're at the center of the storm now. These things just won't let us go. Like some cockroaches attracted to an open jar of jam. There are scraps of paper sticking to the corner of their mouths. Is that newspaper? Mayhem. Revival squad of Uluru Games in City Hall with Bunny Girl? Mental breakdown of receptionist exclusive on Australian Necker?
That asshole.
Gosh, children! What have you done out there?
Wow, her flame went out. They did nothing. That asshole is writing articles. Okay, let me see. It's the same enemies as before. Yep. Okay.
Program activated. Eliminate target.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Oh, no after cutscene. Straight to the map again. Oh, what the hell? That's a selection. What's the purple one? Oh, for Desert Flannel. Revival Journey Desert Flannel 1. A work log for municipal employees. Alright. When they gave me the civil service job, I never thought I'd end up working with an emu one day. Or perhaps I should say that when I was drowning in those irrigation project application forms I couldn't finish last month. There are always so many applications I can't seem to finish. I never thought the emu formed of pixels would be of any use to me. But Plappy really is something else. I'm not even sure if that's its name. I just heard that girl with the ponytail call it that. With the ponytail? Okay. It's quite strong and has a strangely trustworthy air about it, so when I noticed it flipping through unapproved forms and trying to help with them, I didn't think to stop it, to be honest. And I'm not sure if I'm just imagining this, but I think I can sense an aura of guilt radiating from Plappy. It's like the kind of guilt a mother clad in a polka dot skirt feels after a child's soccer ball smashes through a glass window. The sense of guilt felt by a grandmother wearing a woolen beret after her grandchildren ride their bicycles over a beautiful flower bed. Anyway, I can always count on it to bring me a basket of golden apples appearing at my door, then bowing down all the way to the ground. I know this all seems like seems a little over the top, but whether it's true or my imagination, I have managed to calm down the revival squad formed by those rambunctious children. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to return Kate's backpack. She left it at my house when she came to the housewarming party earlier. She took her sick leave immediately after and won't be at the office for 2 weeks straight. I saw her today. She looked good and seemed to be preparing for an interview. It's strange. Who would want to interview a civil servant? Maybe I should ask her the next time I see her. Oh, that's an interesting one. This is the second one for Spaphodia. Malicious rumors spread by local newspaper. Exclusive expose. Revival squad and bunny girl cause commotion at City Hall. Civil servants suffer mental breakdown due to extreme intimidation. The Uluru games are on the verge of revival, igniting the flame of competition in Arcanists everywhere. I'm sure many of you have heard the news already. Perhaps you've even passed by the revival squad in the street, led by the precocious female student, and needless to say, everyone is very curious about them. They are, of course, a flame, a 9th grade student, a fungus researcher, and a prominent public figure backed by the entire St. Pablo Foundation, making for a multi-crew fascinating enough to make anyone's heart burst with excitement. Just like the bunyips who have been seen lurking in the city's dark alleys recently, these denizens of society's dark underbelly have crawled out of the sewers and thrust themselves into the spotlight and are fast captivating the entire nation's imagination and attention. Following closely behind a bunny girl, a mad scientist, giant brown mushrooms, and a pixel emu in tow, does the Melbourne Shuffle by the fireside. Where could you possibly hope to see such a scene? In a science fiction movie? At the circus? In your dreams, perhaps? No, this all happened at Alice Springs City Hall. This scene of pure absurdity was also the first impression a bystander, who has asked to be referred to here as Miss Kate, had of the revival squad. Oh, really? We have undertaken all manner of large events and functions, all on behalf of guests with etiquette and a sense of propriety. But they're just too much. Oh my goodness, my upbringing doesn't permit me to repeat the things they did. Please understand. The aforementioned chaos wrought by the revival squad completely destroyed Miss Kate's day. When recounting this experience, she choked back tears multiple times and even broke out in incoherent sobs. Wow. Let us return to that glorious event and reflect on what our ancestors had to say about the Uluru games. Do we really need these games, or did someone tell you that you need them to awaken the love for sportsmanship and fair competition lying dormant in your heart? What is the point of them? Selling tickets? Is this just another case of sensationalism gone mad? This last sentence can be applied to you, buddy. Go and take a look at the page you just tore out of your calendar this morning. As we stand at the end of the century, who truly wishes to exhume those long dead and decadent traditions once again? Whose pockets are being lined with the money from these tickets that seem to be on sale everywhere you go? Yes, we have all the answers you've been looking for. Reporter Makover, Nagger Weekend Special Edition number 136. Australian Nagger, your personal private eye. Anyway. Revival Journey Ezra Part 3, a colossal and complex task of filling out documents. Oh my god, do I need to fill out? Okay, I was like, what the hell? You're making me fill out a document? No, buddy.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Alright. Forms, and more forms. Faced with a barrage of red tape, the perfect human has come up with the perfect set of answers. Nice. Okay, what's in here? Whoa, okay. What am I... hotspots? What am I looking for here? Complete prerequisite... What did it say? Complete prerequisite hotspots first. Oh, this? City Street Corner. What took place on this street corner became the defining moment of the entire story. Sparks flew as the fires of youth met on this spot. Interesting. Hold on first. Okay, so you have 2 more parts. Oh, you have a lot more parts. And you basically just started. Okay. Okay, so what is this? City Street Corner. What took place? Okay, I read that just now. Pass the torch. Oh, dispatch characters? City Street Corner. What took place? Yeah, okay. 8 seconds. Sure. I don't think it matters who I send, right? Alright. Laplace Reception Hall. This is a fire. It may signify a lie, or it may represent an incredible miracle. Uh-huh. Okay, this one is 20 minutes. I'm gonna let this one cook then, I guess. Alright. I don't think that thing matters to the whole story. Nice! Okay, also, what is this? Fire totem. This island is engraved with her earliest memories. Memories so fervent they could steam away fear so intense they could burn through all doubt. Okay, so this is I noticed this in the character screen just now, so a passive for the battles in here, I guess? When any character attacks, if the main target does not have Fire Totem, they enter the Fire Totem state for 2 rounds. Fire Totem explodes after the duration, dealing damage to the holder equal to 100% of their attack. Within the same turn, the Fire Totem can only trigger once every 2 rounds. Genuine and modest. When Fire Totem explodes, deals additional damage to the holder equal to 80% of their attack. Talk and share. When Fire Totem explodes, Moxie +1 for the ally with the lowest Moxie. Mercy and Respect. When Fire Totem explodes, the target gains 5 burn. Okay. Oh. And there are 2 modes to this, so this was this one. Kind and Patient. Friendliness is the warm sunshine that melts the snow. It warms the rich soil, sprouting seeds and nurturing the flowers of friendship. Okay. When Fire Totem explodes, deals additional damage to all enemies equal to 40% of their attack. Okay. Talk and share. Co-work and listen. Listening is the heart of cooperation. Chaos and clamor only cloud one's attention, but they cannot muffle the sound of the heart. Listening is where resonance begins. Buff Blessing. When Fire Totem explodes, all allies recover missing HP times 15% of HP. Okay. So Mercy and Respect was the original one. Grasp and Empathy. It is from empathy that understanding springs. Let go of both hatred and prejudice. Comfort and harmony shall await you in the end. When Fire Totem explodes, all enemies gain 2 burn. I'll take that. Not sure if I'm gonna use any of this stuff, but sure. Interesting stuff. Let's keep it at that. Why not? Okay, you're gonna keep on going, so let's hop on into this. Let's play house. Haha. A delicious biscuit adorned with snow like sugar. This half is for you, and the other is for me. My friend, I miss you so much. Aw. God, it's always weird to see the inside of the suitcase. This default menu one. When you're not in the main menu. Everything is going smoother than expected.
Laplace has forwarded the Alluru Games application to the Foundation, and it has been moving smoothly in the system in the last 2 weeks. I heard that from Mr. Slouchhat on the phone this morning.
Love this name, Slouchhat.
They believe it will be a good opportunity to build a positive image for Arcanists, and it will strengthen the communication between them and humans. The Foundation is happy to see that happen.
Then when will we have the result of the application?
The procedure is long and complicated. Besides, the safety reports were only submitted a few days ago, so it will take at least 20 days.
20 days?
Damn.
If we start the construction after that, we'll never make it on the opening day. The engineers said the construction will take at least a month and a half.
That's almost the fastest they can do. Can we postpone it a bit more?
I'm afraid not. I already postponed it until half a month later for the construction. Summer will be over if we wait any longer.
It's okay. We have talked about the construction arrangement.
A map marked with writings is rolled out on the table. Ezra draws a new line.
We may start the renovation ourselves and move on to other things when we have more people to help. As I demonstrated here, if we plan it properly, we may be able to finish the construction in a month. By then, we can start the event as Miss Spathadia first planned.
Gosh, I already checked the schedule 100 times. How did you manage to cut down 15 days from nowhere? This is unbelievable.
Spathadia holds the paper level to her nose and has a read.
You're a genius, Ezra. I guess the games would have died on the vine without you.
It's nothing extraordinary compared to what a real human genius can do. Don't forget Arcanists are the pillar of the games.
Let me see. Divide the construction team into 3 groups, one building the entrance, and the other 2 repairing the internal ceiling and walls. The internal ceiling and walls? Ezra, I have never made that request to the construction team. You must be mistaken. We need not repair what's inside the stadium.
I added it to the list. I have investigated the site with some workers from the construction team. The stadium is ancient. The walls are badly weathered and can barely hold up anything. It has become more of a natural scenic spot than a stadium for sports. For safety reasons, we might use a support structure made of alloy to...
No! Definitely no!
Uh-oh. Spathadia stands up quickly, overturning the chair.
This is the Uluru Stadium we're talking about, not some office building on the street. I will not let you in. I wouldn't have left the gate open if you told me your plan earlier.
Uh-oh.
But what about the audience, Miss Spathadia? How are we going to look after their safety? If one of the walls or the ceiling collapses, how can they escape?
Nothing like that has happened before. Not even one case in the past hundreds of years.
Yes, but it's still deteriorating and falling apart.
Nothing stays the same forever. We have to foresee the danger before it is too late.
I'm with the little guy here.
They can run away from the danger themselves.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
You already figured it out, right? The stadium can get rid of fatigue from Arcanists and adjust their conditions and arcane abilities to their best. Even if accidents really happened, they can protect themselves. The prophets and diviners will also warn the others. We never needed metal bars above our heads to protect us.
What about the human audiences? They have no superpower, nor super senses. They can't fly a broom or teleport themselves. They can't even get themselves out of a packed room. In your plan, how are you going to ensure their safety?
Humans? What are they doing in the stadium?
Watching? Yep, we're back to this.
There has never been a single human in the Uluru Games. None of them have managed to find the entrance, not to mention enter it.
But I am human, Miss Spathadia.
Mm-hmm.
You invited me to the games. It's also you who told me that humans, like myself, can enter the Uluru Stadium if it shows itself.
The cup in his hand falls to the table.
I thought you were different. You showed concern about Arcanists and you helped us a lot. You're a kind human.
But I'm not special. I'm no greater than any other humans. I don't deserve to be treated differently. I'm just one of the majority, an ordinary human. If I can be accepted by the stadium, so can other humans.
Oh boy. Ezra presses on the map dotted with red marks, dragging that arc he drew towards himself.
Spathadia, Ezra, guys, calm down. This is not the time for a fight.
This is not the time? When shall we have it then? The world is full of sports games for humans, one after another and another. But this is the only sports game for Arcanists. Why don't you go mind your own games?
Damn.
And haven't humans stolen enough from us? They even made our arcane skills accessible to them. They modified arcane gadgets and added some science stuff, and bang! The arcane tricks I know suddenly become something new. Some invention exclusive for humans' use. And now they're even taking away the Uluru Stadium with metal bars! It was me who found the stadium, and I'm not giving it to anyone!
Damn. Not to be outdone, the girl pulls the map to her side.
Taking away? No, I have never thought of taking anything away from you, Miss Spathadia. I was just trying to help. Like most of the Laplace researchers. We spend most of our time in the lab. We read, we study day and night. We weren't doing it to make humans noble, not for Arcanists. Those products and achievements, they are the fruit of the combination of Arcanum and science. They were made to make everyone's life better.
One side is full of sullen resentment.
Make life better? Get out! You think I never saw the ad of Laplace? Guide Arcanum with science. Tame the orderless power with sense. That's what you tell the people.
The other side seems unwilling to fill with grievance. Spathadia cranes out to Ezra, her face flushed with anger.
Sense will guide sentiments, so as to prevent the latter from destroying itself in the flames. You have to tend to the flames carefully, to understand them, protect them from danger. This is what I've been taught, and this is also the principle I've always acted upon. And this very suitcase that we are staying in is also placed at the entrance made by humans. You shouldn't think so ill of them when you're standing on it.
The rational, delicate boy frowns and grips the pen until his finger widens.
We were only trying to help. That's all.
Rip The drawing is torn into two pieces, underneath which is the table in between. Underneath which the table in between seems like the King's Canyon.
I'm out! It's pointless arguing with a rude human who has no respect for Arcanists!
First trotting, then scooting and running. Spathalia storms toward the room at the end of the hallway. Bang! She slams the door and shuts the world out. I was waiting for something like this. I had a feeling something like this would happen.
Sorry. I will go back to my room now.
Aww. Head lowered and murmuring, Ezra runs away from the table as if chased. Aww. Yeah, that went well.
It's a nice map.
This is an interesting picture. She puts the two pieces together, but the crack on the paper still can't be ignored.
It shouldn't be left in halves. What do you think?
I don't like the idea of giving up. And I have never messed up a job once I took it.
Oh? Desert Flannel pushes the left half of the map towards the burning flame.
I'll take care of this, and you look after that. What do you say?
Those are very concerned breaths. What is happening?
Ulu, are you alright?
I think she's going out.
I'm fine. I just feel a bit dizzy. My head has been feeling heavy since the battle against the bunyips, and sometimes even my body feels itchy. I think I'll be fine after I fully recover.
Ulu shakes her head and picks up the broken map.
Leave this half to me. I'll talk to her.
Thanks, Ulu. I'll request another raise of your accelerants from Laplace. Desert Flannel, you take care of Ezra. I'll follow the progress of the Foundation's examination. Let's move, friends.
The people set out for their targets one after another, leaving only empty chairs in the room. Aha! A small figure as black as cinder walks out of one pool of shadow, and then vanishes into the other. Well, that's concerning. What is this thing doing in here? The Australian Nagger office.
What the heck did you say? What do you mean, no other progress? Progress of the Uluru Stadium renovation? Who the heck will buy our newspaper for this piece of shit?
His mustache quivers with every angered breath.
Sorry, sir. We haven't been able to find anything new about the revival squad for a long time. They didn't even step out of that suitcase in the last 2 weeks after we got their names in the papers.
Oh wow, they've been in the suitcase for 2 weeks?
Neither did we hear anything from the source.
A file filled with papers is thrown into Makover's face.
I'm not hiring a notorious journalist like you for this boring news. Get out and find more. Some big and breaking news like that revival squad of Uluru games in City Hall with Bunny Girl.
The chief editor storms off, leaving his lion roar lingering in the room. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's you. Good timing.
Oh, you work with him. Nice. The tiny bunyip swiftly claws up Makaro's leg and vines around his finger. Seconds later, it turns into a spot of ink.
The Uluru Games, on the edge of total disruption. The revival squad turn against each other. I knew it. A group of monkeys.
Oh, this little asshole.
This is fun. The chief editor and that chick will both enjoy this.
You okay there, buddy? His body keeps trembling, trembling and trembling until he can't help but let out uncontrollable laughter. What is this guy? This guy is a bit concerning. Tiny bit. Alright, what do we have here? Spathalia Part 3. Australian Journal of Biological Bear. A research report from a biology journal. A study on the effect of changes in water temperature on the bunyip's lie detection mechanism. Experimental samples. Number 1. 12 adult bunyips numbered YP-01 to YP-12. Each approximately 10 feet long, divided into 2 groups, A and B, with 6 in each group and with a balanced gender ratio. Number 2. 3 human volunteers numbered V1, V2, and V3. Number 3. 2 large enclosed aquariums capable of accommodating a total of 12 bunyips. Number 4. 3 color picture cards placed in a sealed, unlit box depicting apples, bananas, and pears, respectively. Method. Number 1. Place the 12 bunyips from Group A and B into their corresponding aquariums while ensuring freshwater quality and oxygen quality are consistent. Ensure that Group A's water temperature is set to 14 degrees centigrade and that Group B's is set to 32 degrees centigrade. Number 2. Direct V1 to enter the room and select one of the picture cards from the seal box at random without showing it to the 2 groups of bunyips. Number 3. V1 then describes the selected fruit on the picture card to the 2 groups of bunyips. This description can be true or false. To avoid the personal traits of individual volunteers affecting the results, the voices of the volunteers must be altered and the volume unified. Number 4. Record the psychological responses of the 2 groups of bunyips, including dorsal fin vibration frequency, heart rate changes, and body temperature. Number 5. Replace the volunteer and repeat steps 2 to 4. Number 6. Determine the authenticity of the content described by volunteers via hidden camera recordings. Number 7. Compare the differences in psychological responses to true and false descriptions between the 2 groups of bunyips. Results. Number 1. When volunteers provided authentic descriptions, both groups of bunyips remained calm. Number 2. When volunteers provided false descriptions, dorsal fin vibration frequency and heart rate in both groups of bunyips increased significantly. Number 3. Both groups of bunyips could sensitively distinguish between the behavior of humans when lying and when telling the truth through psychological responses, and the higher the water temperature, the more sensitive the bunyip became. Conclusion and prospective optimizations. The individual YP07 in Aquarium B showed significant psychological deviation in its responses. Through retrospective analysis, we found that regardless of whatever the description provided by the volunteers was false or not, 07 was more likely to believe that the picture cards drawn depicted bananas. Whether this is because the individual concerned prefers bananas or because the high water temperature affected 07's judgment in a way that made 07 more willing to believe that the fruit on the card was of a tropical nature has yet to be determined. Follow-up research will expand and optimize the current experimental setup based on these 2 assumptions in order to study the correlation between them. Okay, that was interesting. Huh. Also, you should be done. Yes. Okay, there is more. Oh yeah, this is Ezra's. Ezra number 4, a page of research notes on milk white mushrooms. Name milk white mushrooms. Its introduction in the guidebook states that it is also known as the spicy milk mushroom. Is it really that spicy? I don't think I want to find out. Discovery. This mushroom was discovered at the foot of the Dandenong ranges, I'm not sure how this is supposed to be said. Anyway, in the shade beside a stream. To prevent it from dying out, I placed it in a cloche and brought it home with me. External appearance. The cap is semi-spherical in shape and has a diameter of approximately 3 centimeters. Its appearance is very unique, with soft gills and a cap and stem as white as snowflakes. Unfortunately, it only grows at the foot of the ranges, not on their sometimes snowy peaks. Beneath its cap lie many small spore sacs, which, when opened, reveal spores of a creamy hue. Tissue sample. I cut off a small piece, and when observing it under a microscope, could see that the pilus was tender and the curved hyphea were thick and wavy or annular. The structure is very similar to other milk caps, with differences mainly reflected in color and mycelial morphology. Function. Number 1. Edibility. Being a wild mushroom, it can be eaten raw or used as a cooking ingredient. Even after being sliced, its milk-white juice retains its inherently spicy flavor, stimulating the appetite and thus making it suitable for use as a seasoning. I'll take good care of it, whether for research or as an emergency food reserve, should the need arise. Number 2. Medical value. White milk mushroom extract boasts anti-inflammatory and antioxidant pharmacological properties. Its polysaccharides and peptide components are used in anti-inflammatory drugs, and their inhibitor effects on tumor cells are also used in adjuvant therapy for malignant tumors. White milk mushrooms can enhance the body's immune system and enhance athletic performance. Does this mean Arcanists can use it as a nutritional supplement? I'll make a note of this. I need to gather more data. Number 3. Environmental indication. The white milk mushroom is highly sensitive to its growing environment. Thus, its growth status can provide a preliminary reaction of a forest's ecological health. This has caused it to become one of the ecological indicators for environmental assessment. Humidity, nitrogen, and pH level are also indicators that correspond to the growth status of white milk mushrooms. This was an oversight on my part. I only recorded the growth location, but forgot to test the environmental indicators. Treat this as a lesson and be more careful in the future. Okay. Okay, so... Laplace Clinic. People in silver uniforms spray kangaroo like foam, the bane of all flames. Unfortunately, this flame is not alone, and her companions protect her. Okay. Pass the torch. 12 hours. Okay. Well, you can go out. I think this is just going through the old... through the story so far. Lakeside Garden. For the first time, they are so close that each can touch the other's flames, and each can be illuminated. Yeah, it's kind of like a story recap thing, almost. Wow, 12 hours. Okay. Well, you guys are gonna be out. I'm just gonna, for these purposes, complete these very quick. The Torch Guardians. The torch really comes to a halt here. The flickering flames have enraged the filth beneath the riverbed. Okay. These guys. I see the fire totem is here. Okay.
Program activated.
The scorching flames burn it down. Alright then. This is as far as I can go now. Okay, considering this holds a lot of rewards, I'm definitely not completing this today, considering this is already taking 12 hours to finish, so Alright, and we have Desert Flannel. Revival Journey Desert Flannel 2. A chance encounter. A chance encounter between Plappy and a Bunyip in the suitcase. Uh-huh. Oh my god, what the hell am I looking at? Plappy raises its head. Hugo The bunyip raises its forelimbs and slowly approaches. It hisses. Plappy takes a step back, then stops and observes. Goo-goo? Was it a baby? The bunyip rolls sideways, makes more sounds. The Plappy then flutters its wings, lifts its front paws. And I guess yells at it? Sorry. The bunyip lifts its front paws and I guess tries to attack Plappy. Plappy tilts its head and touches the bunyip's paw. The bunyip then circles Plappy, shaking its head rapidly. Okay. I guess they had a moment of trying to intimidate each other. That was interesting. Oh, where are we now? In a regular stadium? Glass slippers. Beautiful, resplendent, and impossible to ignore. It might not fit perfectly, but we don't have any other choice. Sounds like a glass slipper. Who is the Cinderella? The door is closed.
Hi, it's Vertin. Miss Desert Flannel, is Ezra still with you?
After a while, the door is still closed.
Miss Desert Flannel?
Don't think they're there. Silence is the only answer.
Spathadia has decided to supervise the construction herself, and Ulu is now with her at the site. I'm wondering how you are doing with Ezra. No response. Are they...
They're not here.
What's in the room? I knew it.
A note has been left on the desk beside the bed.
Huh? Showing Ezra what the world is like. Be right back.
What?
Desert Flannel.
Whoa.
Watch your feet and your head. The people here never look down. That's how you get muddy shoes when you're out here. Here, take my hand.
Miss Desert Flannel, what is this place? What are we doing here?
Something that needs to be done, and something that needs to be said.
The deeper they go, the louder the cheering they hear from the crowd.
Hey, big bloke, don't get in my way!
The big guy steps aside, a ray of light penetrates the air and pierces Ezra's eyes, and the only thing he can see is boundless white. Oh, damn.
This is...
This is a stadium.
The warm-up of the rugby game. It's not a formal game, but the audience's enthusiasm is burning. I mean, it's hard to get a ticket. But I'm Desert Flannel, and I know people on the streets. Even when we're outside Melbourne.
Good for you.
Sorry, I've never watched any games, and I don't know the rules of rugby. I don't think I will understand any of this. Do you mind?
No, I'm cool with that. Because the game is not what we're after. You see that guy over there? That's Tom, a shining new star in the NRL. The best fullback they've ever had. He's from the Melbourne Sailcar Club. They have a seagull as their club's mascot with a fish and a chip in its mouth.
Yes. Okay.
And that bloke over there, that's Kip Carl of the Hobart Blue Lake. He's the kind of player who knows how to really tackle. They call him the Unbreakable K. And lastly, I want you to look at that smaller guy. That's Russell. Doesn't look tough, does he? But he is the slippery Jaboa because, man, he is fast when he gets the ball.
But what is this to do with us? I still don't understand.
Ezra, guess how many of them are Arcanists?
Nice one! Nice one! Russell made it again. Excellent interception. The key score, now that Jaboa is slippery as butter. Run for it, Russell! Victory is going to the Shepherds of Melbourne!
On the green field, Russell is roaring excitedly after his goal. He draws a cross symbolizing victory on its uniform stained with dirt and grass.
Russell! 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 Russell!
Wave after wave, the cheer of the audience swells through the field. Ezra, however, is pulled by a sudden force at his arm and heads out of the stadium. Inside a dark and long tunnel, Desert Flannel marches without hesitation.
Mankind is known for their physical resilience and endurance. That is to say, Tom and Kip Carl are humans, while Russell, whose skills and unpredictability are his strengths, is an Arcanist.
A reasonable deduction. Physical resilience and varied skills are indeed the respective features of mankind and Arcanists. However, things are not as simple as they appear.
She stops at the door, turns the doorknob, and pushes it open. Changing room. What welcomes them is a mixed smell of sweat, dust, grass, and medicine, together with occasional curses. Players, black and blue, are busy coming and going. Nobody has time to take care of these two trespassers.
In fact, all of them are Arcanists.
Oh shit!
Give me that thing.
Uh-huh.
Here. Be careful. Don't overdose. Painkillers are addictive, you know. And the newspaper's gonna interview you, champions, so don't get high in front of the camera. Hey, listen.
Sporting is great fun, but it can also be dangerous, especially for sports like rugby, MMA, or boxing, which involve a lot of intense physical contact. And the Arcanists who are good at healing will naturally become the best athletes of all. 15 minutes. That's all they take. Most of the arcane treatments take only 15 minutes to heal the patient. And before that happens, the athletes would just take painkillers to help themselves get through the game. And after the 15 minutes, they are refreshed and healthy, like those athlete dolls you find in the souvenir store. They can slide, impact like a maniac, and don't have to worry about missing any important sporting sessions if injured.
This is an advantage?
Oh yeah.
That's right. An unbelievable advantage. But are they really as good as they look? Their glory comes with a price. Ligament damage and the irreversible tears keep recurring.
I mean, yeah, that they are healing back, but it's pretty much just the same. The body needs to repair itself, but the damage keeps stacking up and stacking up. It's the good old sports injuries that you might not notice in your everyday immediately, but after a while the damage will stack, and in your good old days you'll feel it.
But there is still an elephant in the room. It paces around, making noises which are unfit for the place. Like this conversation we're having in the locker room. But on the sports field, where blood boils, power and strength are the only things that matter. Nobody has the time to stop and ask what we're doing here, just like they don't have the time to notice the elephant. 10 years ago, Margaret of Broken Hill was invincible on the court. In August last year, she died on the last day of winter.
Did she die of recurrent injuries? It's very likely that Arcanist athletes who repeatedly get injured and heal themselves would get hurt on the same body part in the future. Their body will become fragile. They might even twist their ankle from walking. Sometimes even break a bone or two.
No, she died from an overdose. She needed a horrific amount of painkillers to ease her pain.
Oof.
So much that her body was overwhelmed.
This is cruel. We have to report this to the Foundation and solve it once and for all. The athletes could have played in a safer way if given help.
It's rare to see the boy being so unsure and nervous. An astonished look takes over his pretty girlish face. Desert Flannel ponders and looks at him.
But what if I tell you the Arcanists also don't have a choice? For humans who have the talent for sports, they can win medals with their physical strength.
So, Arcanists have to make the most of their advantages to keep abreast with their competitors?
She silently nods.
I had no idea.
I'm sorry. Truly.
Desert Flannel once again puts her hand on his shoulder and pulls the boy into her arms in a sisterly embrace.
I didn't mean to make you feel guilty. Nor did I deliberately put you in pain. But Ezra, I was once one of them. I used to live on the prize money. I'm only telling the truth. It is happening every day, every moment, and every second. Drug addiction, premature senility, and irreversible physical damage. This is almost a destined end for every Arcanist athlete. And nobody is held accountable for this. Not the clubs or the hosts of the games. Drug abuse is a personal behavior. That's it.
Damn. This also reminds me, I don't know what the disease is specifically called, but the things that are describing reminds me of that brain injury type that like athletes in contact sport receive over time, like boxers or MMA or anything like that, essentially, where the more they get hit to the head, essentially, and the brain is essentially just bouncing in your head around, the more injury is done to the brain, the worse it gets over time, leading to and that's the part I don't remember. It's a specific thing and specifically called, and the name is escaping me right now, but essentially it damages the brain so hard that they pretty much don't even know anymore what is real and what they are concocting inside of their brain. I mean, a couple of sports athletes like that. I think one of the guys was a boxer, even, well, killed his own family because he thought that his own family was working against him, essentially. I think that was the reason. I might be misremembering it or confusing it with another case, but I definitely remember one athlete who literally did some heinous things to his own family because of brain damage.
Those people who are passionate about sports and don't want to lead a life without them. I have no idea how they would make a living or handle a quiet life. So I know they don't have much of a choice.
And just to conclude it, I'm bringing it up because that was known for years. The brain damage part, that was known for years, that the athletes are in a shit state. But it was never acknowledged, never done anything against it until cases like that started happening. And then they acknowledged it and started addressing it and actually treating it.
The sport industry of humans is generous. They offer equal chances to human and Arcanist athletes. But it's also cruel. And the athletes are like the girls in Cinderella's story, who wish their feet would fit the glass slippers.
Ah.
They have no choice but to cut off part of their heels to earn the glory.
This isn't fair. These sports and rules are not appropriate for Arcanists. They have been treated unjustly. They aren't taken seriously and respected as athletes.
That's why the Uluru games exist.
Is Spathadia one of them? That's why she was so furious.
Yeah. That's why she was so furious, because at the Uluru games they can cut free and just be Arcanists doing sports amongst other Arcanists. Oh.
So the rumor that they are turning against each other is true.
Oh god, you need to get punched.
Camera, this way. This is the human representative of the event.
You were that paparazzi.
This is not how a polite kid would address others, Mr. Ezra. I am just a concerned journalist who ran into you while reporting a rugby game.
Sure.
Watch your mouth, mister. This is harassment.
She sounded like a completely different person there. What was that? She covers Ezra and rapidly moves backward, but behind them are still clicking cameras.
We are cornered.
Then we will break his camera and let him know the price of being a long-tongued liar.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this is very funny. When she becomes pissed, she sounds almost like a completely different voice actor. What is it gonna be? Oh, shit. Journalists and journalist bodyguard? Okay, hold on. Journalist. Like all of Buckover's journalists, he is more interested in headlines than the truth. A hypocritical guide dog. A scandalmonger who could take any event out of context. He has a talent for turning any off-the-cuff remark you might make into front-page news, ready for the morning paper. Okay, the bodyguard? A bodyguard hired by the newspaper for the frontline journalists. At first, he didn't understand why the newspaper would splash out on his services. After witnessing their journalistic methods, he came to agree that it was indeed a high-risk profession. Yeah.
Program activated. And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Rest well. Okay. Oh, another one. Ezra Part 5, Dusty Tickets. A ticket for an Australian rules football game. A crumpled ticket stub covered in creases and watermarks. The handwriting on the front of it has become blurred. Australian Redacted Football Championship Preliminaries. Redacted Sailors versus Hobart Lakers. Match time. Oh, this is the parts that are smeared, I guess, destroyed. Match time. Saturday 3rd, from 19 to 1930, I guess. Ticket type B seat. Okay. Ticket price $20. Okay. Points for attention. Number 1, please keep your ticket safe and present it upon entry. Number 2, dangerous and flammable materials are strictly prohibited from the venue. Number 3, minors must be accompanied by adults. Number 4, before and after the competition, something, and competition staff will guide spectators in entering and exiting the venue in an orderly manner. Cats are available in limited quantities. Fortunately, the ticket stub was crudely torn off here. Okay. Interesting. Nice little memorabilia, my guy. Got all the items. Okay, so Ezra's part is fully done now. Spathadia is missing 2. And you're still missing 3. Oh, there is Spathadia. Spathadia 4. Excerpts from Indigenous Sports, the front page of a local sports magazine. Running tracks, ball courts, and lawns. These places are where the key memories in an individual's journey of growth are born. At every moment, every second throughout history, people have been competing, running, striking, and jumping somewhere in this land. It was through friendly competition and childish games, throwing stones and 3 seeds, that children learned the basics of hunting. As they grew older, they would climb tree trunks to pick wild fruit and hone their nimble movements and footing. The youth walked upon redwood branches, placing stones on their knees, then sought to catch the most dazzling sparks from the fire. 3 seeds, trunks, and branches, it is from the top of a eucalyptus tree that our lives can be seen. This is the old saying that accompanies the tradition of the Arcanists. Arcanists journeyed through dense forests and rivers, hiking to reach the belly of the earth, Uluru. Alrighty. So you, my dear, have one part left. Okay, let's see. Lone Journey. A path paved with tears and penitence. This time you still have a chance. What am I looking at right now? UFOs? UFOs? Huh? Uh-huh.
Spathadia, it's not all your fault.
The tools are scattered all over the place, but no one is working at the site. The young girl sits on the ground, leaning against the timber and burying her head into her palms.
No, you don't have to be nice. I'm not capable of the job. I should have known when I couldn't even fill in some forms correctly. I don't know how to supervise the construction team. They all left and my schedule's in a mess now. I'm hasty and careless. I actually lost my temper with the people who tried to help me.
No.
And I also did that to Ezra.
Poor little baby. Lowering her head even further, Spathadia sobs and rubs her eyes.
I know he has no ill intention, and he's not a bad guy. Maybe some humans mistreated us, but that has nothing to do with him. And all the others.
Okay, at least she realizes. That's good.
I should have got out of his face right away. I screwed up the Uluru Games. What I did was not out of friendship or sportsmanship at all. I'm just a nuisance. I'm not qualified for the priestess.
Aww.
Mommy, listen. Come here and listen to me.
Listen to the American flame. The flame flies near her and wipes the tears and snot off her face.
Everyone makes mistakes. That's what your mom told you when I was still asleep, remember?
Yeah, listen to Grand Flam.
Yes.
Aww.
Everyone makes mistakes. Especially young people. We were of the same age in the past. It feels awkward to talk like an elder to you. But now, I have to address you as child.
I mean, you were alive. She had to be reincarnated, you know? That's how it works.
You are 14 now. Remember what I was like at your age? I appeared out of the campfire, so young and naive. My flame was beautiful, yet lethal as well. I couldn't control myself, not to mention understand others.
But my situation is different. I said something really bad, and I already...
It's impossible that you make no mistake or do everything perfectly. You just need to face them and learn from them. You stepped into the muddy river, that's fine. Just keep going towards the clean stream. The point is, you must know your mistake and apologize to the friends you've hurt. You still have room for improvement and the opportunity to avoid the lasting regret.
Lasting regret? What's worse than what I'm dealing with? I can't think of anything. Ooh, I'm screwed. Maybe Flammy is a better choice for you than Spathadia. My name has changed, and I can no longer be your best partner. Neither can I be Vertin's good partner, nor Ezra's, nor Desert Flannel's.
Oh boy, we're going... we're going down the sad route very hard. The little girl asks her question, with uncontainable tears running down her cheeks.
This is my second life, but I still feel like an idiot. What was I like in the previous life? Did I grow up? Did I hurt my friend? Did I have fights with you?
I mean, if you lived life, then you probably did. Or it was something even worse, considering she's sighing.
Remember our fight, Flammy? Yes. We were arguing who contributed the most to the first games. What a trifle. That's right. We had a huge fight over this trifle. We never meant to win the fight. All we wanted was recognition and love. But in the end, we didn't talk anymore. This lasted for several days.
Oh boy. Did you have a chance to make friends again?
Then I tried to find you to make it up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Make it up? I don't remember that at all.
It never came to that.
Because I didn't make it.
Yep.
You were in the distance when I found you. The next second, you were attacked by a toxic red snake ambushing from the bush. Its venom made you pass out within seconds.
Oof.
The witch doctor stayed by your bed for 3 days before they sent you to the grave. I didn't even have the chance to apologize.
The dim flame keeps flickering. Large tears roll down Ulu's face and drop into the fire, evaporating into steam, sizzling.
You never grew up, my friend.
Oh.
I'm already an old flame, after such a long time, while you are still a teenage girl. So, I'm really happy to see you again, and really sorry that we once grew apart.
Oh.
I see. Thank you for telling me, Ulu.
Spathalia opens her arms and wraps her friend. She feels tears dripping on her chest, but soon they get warm inside the heat of the flame.
You are in my heart, dear friend. We once burned together as a whole. No one knows my heartbeat better than you do. I will grow up as you wish. I will find Ezra and make it up to him.
Isn't that convenient? Here we are.
Well, good timing. Hair messed up, the owner of the voice supports herself with hands on her knees, panting.
Desert Flannel, Ezra, what's the hurry?
Problems. That
was... those guys were chasing us like crazy. Anyway, that's why we are out of breath. A paparazzi was following us, and as we were running in the desert, we ran into a bunch of thorny devils.
I see. We'll deal with this problem before we talk. Give me 5 minutes. They will no longer be a problem for us.
Alright, it's just... It's two bunyips and a journalist. Well, this is a combo.
Program activated. The light that illuminates all.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Ha! Squeak! The counterattack finally stops the thorny devils. Hissing and moaning, the monsters turn tails to hide in the darkness.
Yes! Finally drove them away.
Oh.
2 weeks ago, you were in the column Whose Heart is Hurt by Fire Kangaroos and Housing Stress.
What column? Whose heart is hurt by fire kangaroos and housing stress?
Huh?
Yet another trouble is approaching, accompanied by dazzling flashlights.
Would you care to make a statement?
That was just an accident, not a misconduct. The fire goes out of control very easily, as it's fire after all. Young people.
Besides, you and your fellow team members were seen chasing after a metal UFO on the back of a wooden horse. Rumor also has it that an alien power is behind the revival of the Uluru Games.
Oh my god.
And the very power has also controlled your mind. Would you run a checkup to clarify?
This goddamn tabloid is really checking off all the marks.
What do you mean? Mr. Alien T is good and kind. He has never had any ill thoughts.
Ah, Mr. Alien T, is that the name?
Ezra, please don't give him fuel. Excitement beams from the journalist's eyes. Countless microphones are reached out towards Ezra.
So, you've known this alien well. Are you involved in the evil plans of taking over Earth?
Oh my
Are you
God.
an evil scientist?
Do you like drowning? I could introduce you to the lake that's near you.
When and where did you first meet this alien as an evil scientist working for Laplace? What was your first thought of the meeting?
The answer is much simpler than you think.
An arcane ritual shimmers, silhouetting a figure against the light.
Mr. Alien T and I met in a very simple way. It was in the office of a Foundation branch, New Mexico, USA.
Uh-huh, near Roswell?
My first thought, well, there's a UFO here.
Vertin, you're back! Huh? What's that thing beside you?
You'll see.
Greetings, Miss Spathadia. I've heard about the legendary story of yours.
Oh, that's... that's slouch hat. It's literally a hat. Or is the guy invisible? An Australian slouch hat decorated with a parrot feather is floating in the air beside Vertin.
He's a hat,
Oh, he really is just a hat.
as well as a helping hand.
And greetings to everyone. I'm Slouch Hat.
Damn it! Go!
Uh-huh.
Unlike them, I'm sure most of you in the media industry know, or at least have heard of me.
Uh-huh. Slouchhead flies in the air elegantly, as if its invisible owner took it off from their head, put it before his chest, and bowed to the people.
I'm a member of the Northern Australia Rangers, also the spokesman of the St. Pavlov Foundation Australia branch. These days, the reopening of the Uluru Games has attracted much focus, and speculations have reached such a pitch that we have to respond. Here, I will answer your questions about the Uluru Games. Starting from you, the ardent Mr. Makawar.
Called by their name, the leader of the crowd slowly turns around.
Of course. It's my pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he sounds like he's enjoying it. Asshole.
Did you see Mako's face? It made my day. I feel happy, contented, overjoyed. Now that we have the Foundation's people on our side, he can ruffle good.
You know him well.
He's our enemy, Vertin.
Mm-hmm.
He's your enemy?
Yep.
Mind what you're saying. We are not enemies. I don't even know him.
You don't even know him? And he's not your enemy. I don't quite get your relationship.
It's complicated.
Things can be complicated between men and women nowadays. You're still too young to understand it. Don't worry. You will get it at my age.
What I'm gonna say here, I'm old, and I'm kind of vibing with this one.
So it's a kind of experience one must grow old enough to learn.
You all need to shut up right now.
The current life expectancy is 50 to 75 years. I don't think I will ever reach your age.
Oh, okay. Also, thanks. I am 13 years away from the beginning of that.
No. Don't put it like that. You're confusing the kids.
Desert Planet bounces up from the sofa, waving her arms between Ulu and Ezra to separate them.
All right. Now I, as as one of the parties involved in this story, will explain it to you very clearly.
Oh, wait.
What?
Where's Ezra? He's not here.
He just went back to his room. He didn't come out when we left.
Rubbing her neck to clear her throat, Desert Flanner nods in the direction of Ezra's room.
Are you going to talk to him first, or will you stay for my little anecdote? I won't tell the story again. It's way too embarrassing to tell twice.
Yeah, anecdotes usually take an hour, so you better be here. Huh? The girl hesitates. But kids can never say no to a story.
I'll listen to your story first, and then I'll go talk to him right away.
Alright, there is Spathadia, and she also has stuff. Let's see. Part 5 for Spathadia, Uluru Games Compendium P7. A message left on a photo album's first page. A photograph of Samantha Green in the 500-meter Water Beast steeplechase 1921, artificially colorized. The world champion of the 500-meter Water Beast steeplechase defended her title for 3 consecutive events. The Water Beast yielded at her feet like a timid little kitten. But is it really possible for anyone to get along with Water Beast this effortlessly? Does Water Beast blood in fact flow through her veins? All very good questions, but I'll tell you now, it's very unlikely. Note well, I'll be telling Mia the truth behind this secret next week. A photograph of Sophia Rogers in the Incantation Duel 1922, well preserved. Although there was some controversy over the refereeing in her retirement competition, it did not impede Sophie Rogers' smooth induction into the Hall of Fame. She pioneered the strategy of using levitation techniques and telekinesis incantations to launch defensive counterattacks, becoming an idol to the young generation at the time. A photograph of Benjamin Stone in the team dressage competition 1918. Slightly damaged. The Ocean Circus, led by Benjamin Stone, became the dark horse in this year's team. Okay, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be dressage or dressage event. In the semi-finals, they toppled the dominant position of local frontrunners, the Kangaroo-mounted Rangers. Who would have thought they could reach such a seamless degree of understanding with their seahorses? Alright, and Desert Flannel Part 3, A Plea of Innocence. A plea of innocence from extraterrestrial beings. Oh god. My dear friends, have you read the latest issue of the Nagger? Of course. I'm always keen to see what lies those lowlives will come up with next. Yes, that's right. Lies. It's all lies. Look at me. Just like a frisbee, my floating doo-doo bell poo. Can you imagine this being the outfit of an alien spy? Please, rest assured, Mr. Alien T. We both are rotatable circular objects, so I'm naturally inclined to believe what you say. Actually, you can't say it's not suspicious at all. But the naggers who's so confident about alien invaders isn't exactly the most reliable source. When will that rag publish something that even remotely resembles the truth? They also called me a prime example of young people today being crushed by the pressures of the housing crisis. What a load of crock. Yeah, that's right. It's all a big conspiracy orchestrated by those stinky sock wearers. Stinky sock wearers at the aerial survey office. Another ridiculous footnote in an absurd battle of office politics. I appreciate the fact that you trust me, really. Don't worry too much, my friend. No lie lasts forever. Everything has to come to an end at some point. And sometimes we have to take care of the big problems before the little ones sort themselves out. Never imagined a UFO would cause such an uproar. To be frank, I'm quite shocked by all this. Just lay low and it'll blow over in no time. Alright. That was fun. Poor UFO. Did nothing wrong, just exists. Okay. So you are left with 2 entries. Let's continue this then. Unsinkable. Time for Titanic references. Don't ever talk about any of my plans like that again. Promise me, my love. From who is that sentence? I'm ready for the love confession. Ooh. Oh, they definitely renovated this thing.
Lights? Checked. Width of the entrance? Checked. Support structure for the ceiling? Checked. Camera parrot for broadcasting the games? Very fluffy, so checked.
Very fluffy? Spathalia walks slowly along the clay runway under the wide and bright rooftop of the renovated stadium.
Spare torch for the Uluru Flame, obstacles for steeplechase, tenacity of the branches and temperature of the red clod. Alright, checked. Only one more item to go before the flame lighting ceremony this midnight.
Oh, someone hug Granny with a lot of flame-resistant wear, please.
The Uluru Flame. Huh? Ulu, you alright? What's with the tears? Did I make you sad again?
No, she's happy. Probably.
No, nothing. I just have sand in my eyes.
Sand is common here. It gets into your eyes very easily.
Sand.
Just like when my granny saw me walking for the first time.
Young lady, you should have preserved the dignity of this old flame.
No.
You burned me!
Ow!
Ulu burning hot and energetic. Checked.
Taking off another check in the notebook, Spathalia looks upwards.
Safety factor of the field? Checked. Laplace really did us a huge favor. Shame I haven't had the time to talk to Ezra since we had that fight. We were both busy, and when we met, it was...
Oh, come on. You really didn't have a chance after Desert Flannel's story to talk to him? I know it can be awkward after a fight, but get it done.
What?
The quicker
you
the better.
Talked about it? But I didn't feel anything wrong between you two.
We did make up. That's for sure.
Okay, they did. But they didn't properly talk it over?
We never really talked about the fight. It's like you break your knee and just cover the wound up with trousers. As if it had never been there. You may feel fine when you jump and run, but it hurts whenever you sit down for a break.
Next time, get flex tape. She scratches her hair and then starts to play with her fingers. A glum look on her face.
I wonder if Ezra and Vertin are going about with the patrol. Relax, Flammy. It will be the opening ceremony tomorrow.
Our checklist is even more intricately designed than a robe made with pine needles. Besides, the bunyips haven't turned up in quite a while. Everything is working like an unsinkable ship at sea. There isn't anything that may cause it to sink.
Oh god, no. Have you heard about the Titanic? Don't say that.
Alright. But the last ship that claimed to be unsinkable... what was it called?
Uh-huh, I wonder what it was called. It's like I said it just now. The stone door is opened without warning from behind the thinking girl.
Oh, I got it. We have an emergency.
And you're not gonna say it.
It's called the Titanic.
Oh, she did say it. And it's sinking. Iceberg!
I bought tickets. Let me in.
Uh-oh. Oh, all the people who bought those fake tickets are coming in.
I came all the way here just for the Uluru Games because you said that it is open to all for the first time.
Everyone, please be patient.
Oh god. Oh, screw you, my tinnitus. Holding a microphone, Makover stands on a pile of rocks, making him stand out from the group. The whirlwind brought up by the airship only makes the traveler's steps more staggered.
We are now standing at the entrance to the Uluru Stadium, and this is where the rumored reincarnator will come with flames and bring about the rain. The rain will comfort the thirsty travelers and soothe their dry heels.
I'm gonna drown you in the rain.
I guarantee you, as the ambassador of the games, that no matter what your lineage is, you are welcome here as long as you have a ticket. All you need to do is wait patiently and with sincerity.
I guarantee you as the Let's Player that I will introduce you to the bottom of a lake.
Sincerity? We've followed the guide and circled around the desert for a whole day. We need water and food. Some kids have become dehydrated.
Yes, we need water. We need to get into the Uluru Stadium. You've promised us.
We need water. We need to get into the Uluru Stadium.
Oh boy.
We need water. We need to get in the Uluru Stadium.
Okay.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Revival Squad, I'm sure you will enjoy this gift from me.
We need water. We need to get to the Uluru Stadium. We need water. We need to get to the Uluru Stadium.
Uh-oh. Getting louder and louder, the rumble shakes the whole desert. And each echo... An echoes above the giant rock.
Gosh, it's him. That guy.
Yep.
How shameless. We never sold a single ticket or invited so many outsiders to the game. How can they tell such a lie?
He's whipping up public opinion. Just his greatest strength. I took a glance at the crowd. There were at least 3,500 of them out there.
Holy.
Not a number Mikawa can incite alone. Some of them must be his accomplices. I'm sure they are good at mobilizing, swindling, blackmailing and stuff.
Yeah, this is pretty much the good old thing of planting people inside of a crowd that will stir up the crowd by starting to shout, and then it's a ripple effect essentially.
It's the Eucalyptus Brotherhood. The leader is one of them. I know his face. Darn. Seems like they're not going to make this easy for me since I took their tickets. And there's Makawa. How convenient for them.
We can't just leave them here. Outside the stadium, they have no food or shelter. They'll suffer sunstroke in no time.
It's funny that she just mentioned that is literally how the story started with with Desert Flannel stealing 3 boxes worth of tickets.
How are you going to handle this?
Desert Flannel, do you still have those fake tickets?
Yeah, why?
Sell them.
Oh?
Excuse me? I thought you knew that I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it for...
I know why you need money. You've always wanted to buy the house where your grandmother spent her life and raised you. It's important to you, just like the Uluru Games to me and Ulu.
Oh. The young girl stands up.
Ezra, Vertin, please contact the Foundation for help. Desert Flannel, I need you to prepare to guide the crowd and maintain order.
Spathadia, you're not planning to...
Let's go all out, mates.
Oh boy.
I am going.
Holding the Ulu soaked in tears in her arms, Spathadia shakes off Desert Flannel's sweaty hands. A dry breeze follows after her, kicking up the dust and forming that shadowy gate. Time to address the crowd.
Everyone, your attention, please.
The crowd's attention turns, murmurs around the girls like a vortex.
That is the daughter of the Uluru Stadium! Behind her! She's the girl in the newspaper!
What? That girl is the reincarnator?
Oh dear, there she is! And look, that flame! Isn't that the Uluru flame in the newspaper?
Open the gate for us, priestess! Show us the Uluru Stadium!
Open the gate for us! We have tickets! We have tickets!
Standing above the crowd, Makover raises his hands, showing everyone the ticket.
Open the gate for us! We have tickets! We have tickets!
Like a summoning, a tumultuous clamor goes up from the crowd, punctuated by Makover's questioning.
Look at those girls, my friends. That is Miss Spathodia and Miss Ulu.
Spathodia? Oh, I hate him even more now.
The newspapers have been praising them for facilitating the union of mankind and the Arcanists, bringing back the true spirit of sporting events and calling them the pioneer peacemakers.
In the name of the Uluru Flame, I swear it's not a lie.
Of course, of course. You are not lying. You never lie. No lies have been spoken. Every word was true. A junior student from Melbourne, an old soul, a reincarnator. What's her attitude and what will she do? Please, find out with me!
Uh-huh. Oh? What's happening? The microphone in his hand points up at the sky, reflecting the airship spotlight glaring down at Spathadia. Oh. Scattering audio photos fall from the sky.
Humans? What are they doing in the stadium?
Oh boy. People hear Spathadia's voice crystal clear.
The world is full of sports games for humans. One after another and another.
Oh, this is from inside a suitcase. That's what the thing was recording.
Guide Arcana with science. Tame the orderless power with sense. And now they're even taking away the Uluru Stadium with metal bars.
That's...
How ridiculous! She said she stands for peace, yet she has never considered mankind's safety, technology, assistance, or rights. Arcanists, Arcanists. That's all she's talking about.
It's the voice of... the priestess. How could she say that?
Oh boy.
Nonsense. It is the first Uluru Games with the help of Laplace human technology. They've been talking about equality, peace, and love all the time.
Yep.
Damn you! How could you be so despicable? All the constructions are built by Laplace. These are all human contributions. I'm out of here. It's not the Uluru Games. Not the one I heard from my grandma at all.
We should believe that. She's an honest girl. She would never have lied. Miss Spathadia, did you really say that?
Makover passes the microphone to Spathadia with a celebratory flair. A bunyan appears out of his coat. His body starts swelling as it devours the air. From the turmoil of lies and distrust, it gains additional power.
Flammy, confront it. Light it up. Conquer it. And make it burn.
Hell yeah.
I will. I know what my duty is.
Oh, this is gonna be the Is this a boss stage? Is the boss of this event gonna be a giant bunyip? Oh, I think so. Balance mode? Oh, right. This is where they're still doing this. A temporary balancing of encounters. This battle will enter balance mode. Okay, character level, nice, side tube level, resonance level 12. Ooh, what is this tune? Ooh. Tale of Rumors. The tale of a gigantic bunyip, broken off from its body, the final destination of all suspicious, valid and invalid. Malicious manipulation that extends its roots into the darkness, resulting in the manifestation of evil deeds from out of thin air. Claws of Confusion. The paw of a gigantic bunyip, broken off from its body, the evolution of all false appearances, the power of discourse wantonly redefines the boundary between black and white. As a result, the truth is despised and obfuscated. Tongue of Deception. The mouth of a gigantic bunyip, broken off from its body, the source of all deceptive words. Weak tyrants are adept at using the most frivolous words to brew the most catastrophic disasters. Source of the rumors are covert infiltration, stealthy gathering. A crisis of trust, inconspicuous suppression, cunning manipulation. Malicious critique. Wow, those are words. I don't have a healer on this team. I had Bluma here literally just to gather trust. I kind of want to just see if they would survive, because this is a follow-up team attack. Let's just see. Ugh. Oh, you look disgusting. Whoa, that was a...
Priestess of the Uluru Games, and my friend, the Uluru Flame. Both of us stand right here.
I was gonna say, this was a crazy looking shit that just went through there.
We will not tell a lie or evade any questions. That's right, we stand right here. It's time we put an end to all these slanders, Mr. Makawa.
Nice. Also, what is this? Misleading rumors. Damage taken reduction by plus 70%. Stack count is shared across all body parts. Okay, I'm gonna guess this is gonna go down the more I keep hitting it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ooh, this music. Oh, that is... Oh, the lyrics in the back are literally the people. That is sick. That is some sick attention to detail. Okay, let's get rid of... tail first or this first? Let's go tail first. Tail first, debuff that, and smack.
Perfectly understood. Please, allow me. Don't be so furious. Regaining control of our bodies.
Flee, mortal! Stay back, I say!
Okay. Alright. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to...
damage.
Redo this and go with a heal. Oh!
Of your arson. You set fire to a hospital, and thousands of human patients in there were almost killed. This is supposed to be an unforgivable felony, yet you are still standing here. Did you bribe the officers to get away, Miss Spathadia?
First, please be careful of your wording, Mr. Makawa. That's not arson. It was an accident, caused by the instability of my arcane skill. It was awakening at the time, and things like this happen to most Arcanists.
Second, we didn't cause any injuries or burn the hospital. Only a clinic was slightly burned in the accident. We have paid for the damage already. Besides, The Revival Squad has promised they will do volunteer work for the hospital every Saturday afternoon as an apology.
Good for you.
You're gonna shut up, buddy. You're gonna shut up very soon. And I'll see to it. Alright, let's get this going.
Charging. Loading.
To the right.
Rebuff.
Faraday's Miracle. Aim and shoot.
Nice.
This will help.
Please, more, take back, I say.
Nice.
I look forward to punishing you.
Ow.
The crowd has calmed down.
Okay. The tail and the arm are dead.
The bunyip is weakened. Now go for it, Flammy.
Everyone here is exhausted from the journey to the desert.
Ooh, the music.
We're suffering from the heat and the thirst. So why don't you open this gate for us?
Oh, the beat.
Is your golden gate too good for the tickets we paid for? Are you shutting us out?
Tickets you paid for? Are you sure the Uluru Games has ever sold any tickets? Guys, please check your tickets and compare them to each other's. I believe they have different sizes, textures, and printing methods, which indicate they come from different producers. That's right. If you know the local gangs well, now you should realize the staff who brought you here and those marshalling the crowds include some familiar faces. They are Tommy, Jackson, and Cameron. Gangsters from the Eucalyptus Brotherhood who made their first pot of gold by selling fake tickets. And you, Mr. Makawa, speak for them.
Oh, get served, bitch. Alright, let's see.
I hear something.
Nice, good for you.
Perfectly understood.
Whose heart is beating so loud? Oh? Keep calm.
Flee, mortals!
How long does this thing stay down? Because this is gonna be an interesting round right now. This is gonna be a very interesting round right now.
To the left.
Okay, buff up. And yeah. Yeah. This, that, and that. Oh yeah.
Feel my dark embrace. Stay back, I say.
I am the waves in the ocean and
Here we
the
go.
stars in the sky.
Sweet dreams.
Oh my god. That was interesting. You bitch are back, aren't you? But you are still grayed out, huh? Titillated, okay, that's from you. Okay, and you have a nasty wound. Okay. Was this thing that was a one target attack? Yeah, okay. Okay. Time for the big guns. Oh yeah.
Charging. Allow me to
Bang,
double
bang,
check battery.
bang, and bang.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Barrage. Target confirmed.
Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully. Agents have guns. It's called common sense. Take a deep breath. Only support staff. Take a deep breath.
Ow. Nice. Okay. Time to re-debuff.
I hear something.
Circuits functioning properly.
Trigger you. Shoot some more and shoot some more.
Don't be so furious.
I, Robot, Child of Science. The light that illuminates all. Eliminate target.
Hell's Gates!
Ow. Alright. Time for... murder.
To the race. Whose heart is beating so loud?
The thing that's about to die?
Charging.
That thing's heart?
Loading.
Look. Don't be so furious.
The light that illuminates all.
And there it goes.
No. No way. Darn it. Well, yeah, you got a silver tongue. Your words are indeed clear, logical, and reasonable.
Uh-huh.
But how are you going to deny what you said in the photos? You wanted no humans in the stadium, and you held a grudge and a prejudice against them. There is no doubt that those words came out of your mouth. Your eloquence won't change the fact. Yes, the fact. The fact that is 100% true. You can't deny it.
Well, let's see how they're gonna deal with that.
Preserve this memory in our dreams.
Mr. Asshole.
You were right, Mr. McElroy. I did say that. I take responsibility for every word heard in that photo. But people, listen to me.
Oh?
Those words are wrong. So am I. I am a fool, an idiot, the stinkiest rotten egg in the kitchen. I've seen countless humans on my way here, from Melbourne to Alice Springs, and then Uluru. I've met the construction team from Laplace, the receptionist at City Hall, considerate doctors, and my first human friend. My good friend.
Aww.
In the past, I saw humans as the other kind. I thought they were unreasonable, cruel people who deceive others with bureaucratic jargon. But now, when I think of humans, I am reminded of my friend. My gentle, brave, smart, selfless, clumsy human friend.
Aww. Aww.
What are you going to...
Hope she is aware of it that I'm shipping those two right now. Very hard.
Confront it, light it up, conquer it, and make it burn for you.
The flame lit by Ulu burns all the way to our crawling bunyip. In an instant, the only thing left on the red soil is burned ashes. The bunyip didn't even make a sound. The rest of the bunyips scattered, fleeing into the crowd and corners, causing a chorus of screams.
And I'm willing to believe everyone here loves sports as much as I do. I must apologize for being an idiot with such a narrow view.
Also, this acoustic guitar right now. This acoustic guitar is going hard.
Now, I hope everyone can enjoy pure sports and have fun sweating. Those of you who have tickets, please enter the stadium in order. Those of you with no tickets, you can buy one from Miss Desert Flannel for just $1.
$1?
I hereby declare the opening of the Uluru Games.
The gate is already open. Flammy puts her arms in the air as the crowd cheers.
Everyone is welcome!
Damn it! How come? The source has confirmed the rift between them. Run. If I'm fast enough, there's still a chance.
No, the lake is right there. You're not going anywhere. Grabbing the camera tightly, Makover and his team hurry out of the crowd in a panic.
Or maybe you don't deserve that chance at all.
Uh-huh. A wall of people stand at the exit.
We've got a helping hand.
More than one hand.
Aha! This is what we call the hammer of justice. Take that, you little long-tongued pig! I will pull your tongue out through one of your eye sockets.
Oh.
You should have known better than to mess with me.
Damn! Damn! Ow! Through one of the eye sockets? Damn! I mean, I have a worser idea, but I'm not gonna say that. Alright. Pre-trial meditation, Desert Flannel 4. A letter of apology. Necessary punishment. Battle, I guess? Just a normal battle. Yep. Okay.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Alright. What do we get? Tears, cries of pain, and hobbled steps. A letter of apology. A pair of broken, thin-framed glasses. Makover has paid the price. Yes! Okay. And that was your number 4, so you are missing just one extra entry. That's probably gonna be after the next part. The Epic of Runners. Exhausted much? A warm flame adorned with honey-like tears. This half is for you, and this half is for me. My friend, I miss you so much. Aww.
The audience are all seated. No stampede or jostle, not to mention injury.
All
Nice.
the human athletes have registered, and their mixed sporting events with the Arcanist athletes have been properly planned and are ready to start in 3 days.
Nice.
I'm done. I can't even move a finger right now.
This is almost a miracle. Everyone is running, running, and running for the tremendous workload, like a python trying to digest an elephant. Fortunately, they manage to complete all the work just on time.
Come on, Flammy. It's our turn.
Hey.
Again, we walk on this glorious path together, Ulu. Run. Get yourself running, child. Light up the Uluru torch, as you have promised. As I have promised.
Her ribs tremble excitedly as Pathodia's heart flutters like a bird, now flapping its wings to fly away. Aww. Tired as her body is, the way Spathodia runs is as lively as her heart.
I am running, even though the day I last ran here was 1,000 years ago. It feels just like yesterday to me. I ran across the long track, stepping on the burning red soil. I am sweating like a sparkling star. I am going to the top of the stadium to light up the torch.
Oh.
Have I grown up as you wish? Am I new and different now?
I didn't even pay attention to the torch. I didn't even pay attention to the torch. Ulu is sitting in the torch. Cheers, songs, whistles, and clicks encourage the girl forward. She runs as fast as she can, calling out.
This is just the moment of my life, but I know you've waited 1,000,000 days and nights for it. I want you to be proud. I want you to be happy.
Aw.
My friend, my dear friend. You are already my Flammy, but you are actually more than that. You are also my Spathodia, my little girl.
Aww.
You have grown up as I have dreamt of countless times. The snakes here didn't lay a single tooth on you,
both your body and mind are intact.
Oh, oh.
Hey, what's that?
Uh-oh.
The Uluru flame is dropping water.
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no, she's crying. Oh, she's so happy she's crying. That's bad. Oh. Uh-oh. The flame is put out by her tears. The little priestess stops running subconsciously, which makes her lose her balance. Ow. She falls forward to the ground.
Flame! The Uluru flame, it's...
Calm down, people, she's happy. There we go. There we go.
It's the kid of Laplace!
Damn, Ezra. Hell yeah. Oh, the slow-mo.
Flame! The Uluru flame, it's lit up again!
The flame that revives is burning in their joined hands, feeling warm and comfortable. Ezra finally hears the people's cheers as he looks around at a loss.
We did it! The opening ceremony took place just as we planned.
Yes, yes! We made it! Thank you, Ezra!
Oh shit, they actually have her in a different outfit, damn! Spathadia holds the weak Ulu gently while holding the boy in her arms.
The flame is burning in your hand. You share the same thought, don't you? It wouldn't have burned on you if you weren't wishing for the game sincerely.
Yes, I do. I want it to be a successful event. It's important to you, and so to us now.
Aww. With a smile on his face, Ezra holds Spathadia's hand and lifts it in the air.
Mankind and Arcanists who are here with us or following the event through radio, TV, or internet, I invite you to witness the blazing of the Uluru torch. She is Ulu, the noble spirit of peace, hard work, and competition. In the past thousands of years, the holy fire has been to the highest mountain and touched the rocks in the deepest sea, taking the peace and all other noble qualities to every corner of this world. It was also brought out of this world, into space by rockets, and traveled among the stars. From ships to spaceships, from one hand to another, it has journeyed far.
And now, for the first time, the torch to be lit has come to the flame. The flame is burning in the joint hands of human and Arcanists. We hereby swear we shall forget the hatred, conflict, turbulence, and chaos of the past. We shall run in the name of sportsmanship. We shall walk in the original form of men. We shall compete against each other, not for victory, but for participation.
That was very cute. Ezra, your things are blinking in the dark. The scene faded away, but Ezra's backpack is blinking in the dark ever so faintly. Alright, one more thing. Desert Flannel 5, an era remembered. A memory about a grandmother. Ah. Desi, aww. Desi, my sweet pea. Your friends can never keep up with you on the track. Oh, this is from when she was young. They're all just too slow, Grandma. I can't just stop running and wait for them. You're developing a lot faster than the other children same age as you. And your PE teacher says you might have what it takes to be a star of track and field one day. Track and field? What's that? Well, it just means sports like running, jumping, and throwing things as far as you can. Would I hit someone if I go around throwing things? No, you won't hit anyone. If you manage to do that, you'll become a track and field legend on the spot. It doesn't really sound like much of a challenge. You have many other options open to you. You can do anything, little bird. You can be a poet or a painter. You can go be a singer. There are countless choices for you to explore in life. If you truly understand the worth of your talents, you can also become an athlete. When you walk along the wall, it's like you're flying, like gravity has no hold over you. You can probably be an athlete too. You can run just as fast as me. Then, my child, you should go up for a dressage competition. That way, you and Ploppy will become unbeatable partners and work together to take home a gold medal. Dressage? Oh, your grandma's getting senile in her old age. I forgot that era ended long ago. Sporting competitions for Arcanists have been missing from the world for a long time now. I don't know if we'll ever see the day the Uluru Games are held once again. Grandma, you're always there in my mind. Please watch over me. The day we talked about is finally here. You were right. Flappy and I have become unbeatable partners. That was sweet. That was a sweet little bow on the whole thing for her. Okay. Nice. Okay, and the final cutscene then. The Uluru Guardians. A doctor, a writer, a newsstand owner, a taxi driver, a high school math teacher, and a smelter. A smelter? The new generation of Uluru Guardians. Oh, back in the suitcase.
So, did Miss Desert Funnel go to the hospital to visit Mr. Makua?
Yeah, she bought all the magazines with that photo and brought them to... Oh, wait. I guess you don't know the story between Desert Flannel and Makua.
No idea. I was in my room pondering what happened that day.
No, strap yourself in. Uh-huh.
Don't look at me like that.
They're ready for the story?
I'll never repeat that story again.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter if I never had the chance of hearing it. It's just a story.
Ah, yes. Yes. The puppy dog eyes. Do it. It is very hard to disappoint a child like that. Throwing her hands in the air, Desert Flannel declares her defeat. She makes some space and pats her seat beside her.
Fine, I will. I will tell it to you. Come over here, kid.
You are so kind.
Ezra sits beside Desert Flannel and waits like a quiet kitten.
You must all know that I have many jobs. These part-time jobs eat away most of my time, but the clients who gave me these jobs never let me go home empty-handed. If you were me, you'd know that if you are willing enough to take as many jobs as possible, you'd meet some strange clients. Like going to a school day pretending to be someone's mum, or braiding the hair of a punk hound in 302 pigtails for a blind man.
What?
Or waiting for a rare bird at midnight, carrying a camera which was expensive enough to pay for my apartment.
I know. Sometimes my colleagues in the class would also hire others to help collect information they need. But if we have the time, most of us would prefer to take a walk in the forest and try our luck.
Yes, that's exactly what my client said. He paid me well for the job. So generous that I stared at the dark and waited for that pink torch hummingbird to show up despite my bloodshot eyes. 1 day, 2 days, and 3 days passed. I didn't even see anything like it. But I saw a wonder beast just as extraordinary as the hummingbird.
Pausing for a second, Desert Flannel takes a deep breath.
A pink glittering platypus.
Huh?
Pink glittering platypus? It's pink and it's glittering? And who knows whether Pink Torch Hummingbird is a strange nickname for that platypus. Of course I have to take a picture of it. But you know, a bird lover won't need a picture of a platypus. So I sold it to Kidding Fun, a children's magazine. What happened next should be very evident to you, if you read enough bad novels.
Is that...
Yes, that's right. That platypus was Makua, who took the transformation potion.
But why would he do that?
Perhaps he was looking for some fun, or maybe it was an accident? Anyway, according to him, someone pulled out a prank on him, and it was definitely not his own choosing. He quit his job the moment that picture was published. He left his friends and family and became a revenger, striving to put me into a miserable situation just like he has gone through.
Wow! Wow! The beef!
So this time, after I made this fortune, I bought the apartment and every copy of that issue of the magazine.
Were you planning to sell them all to Mr. Makua?
No, of course not. Who do you think I am? I picked him up at the hospital, took him somewhere quiet, and burnt all the magazines in front of him. He was, oh my gosh, crying so loud. That was pleasant to hear.
Well then. On the other side of the curtain, a young female voice interrupts the conversation.
Ms. Desert Flannel, Ms. Fathadia, and Mr. Ezra, the interview is ready to start. Please follow me to the stage.
Yes. In a minute.
The kids move before Desert Flannel does. Spathadia gets closer to Ezra and asks a question quietly.
Did you get the ending of the story?
No, not really.
So there is something neither Arcanists nor humans can understand.
Kids.
Perhaps we can ask Vertin later. She's a bit older than us, but she's not here today.
Where is she?
I think she went to the stadium with Miss Ulu.
Ah. Time for some dank information.
The gold-swallowing crowd, the apocalyptic hedonism, and the adventure on the island of numbers.
The gold-swallowing crowd. Okay, yeah, chapter 2. The apocalyptic hedonism. The apocalyptic hedonism? Vienna? Or chapter 4? Maybe? The adventure on the island of numbers. Okay, chapter 5.
So this is what the world has become when I was in slumber for all these years. I have experienced countless rains, and have even seen the rainbow above Uluru, but I've never seen anything like the storm.
Interesting, yeah. The flame lets out a contented sigh.
I can't believe it just changed everything so easily.
But the Uluru Stadium is still here. I know there are spots with mysterious power in this world. They can provide a slim chance of survival in the storm.
This is an interesting thing. Now with the knowledge of chapter 8 as well. Is Vertin in these stories gonna be just going around and trying to find these power spots, essentially?
And the stadium is exactly one of them. Such a place will be desired by different forces one day. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
Like the Manus Vindictae you talked about. To them, the Uluru Stadium is like a piece of meat to a hungry wolf.
That's right. The Foundation has already launched the Uluru Guarding Project. It will be a long-term mission and involves a heavy workload, and the Australia branch doesn't have enough manpower for it. Fortunately, a lot of people went to the visitor window of the branch.
They are worried about the stadium?
Yes, a lot. They volunteered to station here to protect it, even at the cost of their own time and effort. They have built the Uluru Guardians, which consist of 31 Arcanists and 29 humans. There are doctors, writers, taxi drivers, newsstand owners, and so on.
Very interesting spread of numbers.
And they are all among the audience of the games.
Nice.
You made it, child. This is indeed a brand new beginning.
Oh?
That's why I want to keep it here.
We shall in the name of sportsmanship. Oh, that is the oath. Okay. The giant rock with which the bunyip turned into has become warm on the red soil of Uluru. The giant rock which the bunyip turned into has become warm on the red soil of Uluru. No more wet, cold question or doubt. The strokes carved out by gravel and fire ran down from the bunyip's spine to both sides of its body. At the end of each ridge, words are inscribed, turning the rock into a monument.
We shall run in the name of sportsmanship.
We shall walk in the original form of men.
We shall compete against each other, not for victory, but for participation, by both human and Arcanist.
Funny, this now kind of reminds me of the bangle oath that she did on the island. Oh?
No matter how many times the storm reshapes the world from top to bottom,
no
matter how the times or the lifestyle change, no matter how ignorant people become, whenever they open the gate to the Uluru Stadium again, they will remember the spirit and faith it has been conveying. Things will change in the unstoppable river of time, yet the Uluru Stadium shall remain forever.
And that's it? Or? Yep. That is it. Alright, this then marks the end for the story. And I guess the only thing that is left is this, but oh boy. This will take a couple of days to fully finish. But I do want this. This is a nice thing to have. But yeah, anyway, this was honestly a fantastic little story. compared to the atmosphere of the last couple of things that we did for the main story. This was a very nice change of pace. It had its little bit there with the sadness and stuff, but I was only there for a tiny bit. The vast majority of this thing was pretty funny, honestly. And yeah, a very good little story. I had fun with this. I had a lot. If it wasn't obvious, I had a lot of fun with this, and going through it. And yeah, we still have a couple of things obviously to complete here, which is gonna be the reunion of fires and as the driven snow falls. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the rest of this thing before we head on to... and this is very loud in my ears right now. This is very loud in my ears right now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of this story, and then we're gonna slowly transition into the new event and check out what the new Uluru games are about, and see what's happening over there. But yeah, I had fun. Conclusion of this is I had fun. Ezra and Spathadia are a ship that is not yet sailing, but well, I am prophesizing it. But yeah, anyway, they were cute together, and I do like how their characters have progressed throughout the story as well. Dazzard Flannel is a mood. That chick is an absolute mood, and it was nice to see other characters as well that are continuously on a journey with Vertin in the suitcase. Even if they were brought up for like a couple of minutes of the time of this thing, it's nice to see. It's always nice to see when other characters pop in for a brief, even if it's a brief minute. And obviously, seeing Vertin just do goofy shit and smile and chuckle is very nice and wholesome. More of that, please. more of Vertin actually enjoying herself, please. But yeah, this will be it for this part. This is already a very long video, but we have a bit more, and then we will round up this event. So, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open. And as always, no video will be behind a membership. And yeah, we're also currently just one member away from the membership track actually being shown away on shown on the YouTube, the main YouTube page. So soon, the channel will have more power. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much, and hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next part. Until then, bye bye.